Let's get rolling with episode 334 of the Current Gen podcast. My name's Tim, here with Dan and Kyle. And hey, Jeff might even jump on. We'll try to keep an eye out for him joining this setup as well. But it's good to see you guys. We are about to hit the big wave of games. We're about to hit that thing where it's like every week or two, there is a major got to commit to it game. I'm starting to sweat too, man. So how are you guys feeling? Is there anything else that you're trying to play a little bit before we get into the real game? Any preseason games that you're playing right now before we get into the real stuff?
My wallet is
What about
sweaty.
you, Kyle?
Not even just me.
The only thing I've really been playing a little bit is I picked up my playthrough of Skyrim from last year, where I got all the way up until like the final DLC, which was the Dragonborn DLC. So I'm doing that right now. And I've only ever done it once, and I don't remember any of it. So I'm just playing it like, what? What's this? What's going on? So
yeah.
I'm getting that new game feel from a 12-year-old gamer, however old it is at this point. 13, 14, 15. I don't know. Who knows? There's no way to know.
Let's not look it up. Let's not find out.
I think it's 15. I think it came out in 2011, but who knows?
It was 11, right?
Yeah. That's right.
Oh, good memory.
15 years.
They were trying to be cute.
That's right. And if you named your kid Dova King, you got like free Bethesda games for life or something. It's going to be really funny when Microsoft closes down Bethesda and your dumb kid is not going to get free Bethesda games anymore. But hey,
also ironic because they just keep releasing Skyrim over and over. So you're just getting multiple copies of Skyrim.
I was going to say, you're not getting a whole lot of new games. There's not a whole lot. You're not getting a lot of new games. Yeah.
That's really funny. Yeah.
What about you, Dan? You playing anything as we get ready to dive into a bunch of bigger games the next few weeks?
I'm still just plugging away at Solaris, not Solaris. Why am I suddenly forgetting the name of the game?
Saros.
Saros. Thank you. Jeez, I had a brain fart there. Yeah, I'm just plugging away at that.
Raoul,
I nabbed a couple other things on sale. Oh, I grabbed the South of Midnight. I grabbed
on PS5.
That was on sale.
That's a good grab.
Yeah, that was on sale.
Hey,
so
and good timing too. I think that company's now getting that money instead of Microsoft. So good for you.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I nabbed it on sale. It was like $27.99. So just a little bit of a discount there. So just adding more games to the list. Apparently, I am adding more old games. There's new games coming, but I'm like, you know what? I gotta buy some old games.
Dude, I like South of Midnight. It's just that nice kind of like. Reminds me of the PS2 era platform action type games with some really light upgrade mechanics, almost like a movie tie-in game, but like a high quality one. There was a few high quality movie tie-in games over the years. It kind of has that vibe for me, but it's so unique as visuals. There's nothing else.
It's gotta be one of the most creative games I've played in a while.
Yeah, the music is so weird and so like specifically made for this story and the levels, like the little choirs that are singing along with like what's happening in that story. It's very unique. I liked it, man. I know some people don't. That's totally fine. I really enjoyed it. So it's a good game.
Yeah, we need more stuff like that, you know?
We definitely agree. More stuff like this always, for sure.
Agree.
Yep. And just that and just more One Piece. So,
more One Piece.
Good. In the 700s.
Dude, I'm right there with you.
Doing stuff.
700 episodes? Dude.
He's halfway there.
That's
so
crazy.
Obviously, I totally understand people not wanting to jump into something as insane as One Piece with the amount of episodes, and it's still going. Like the manga is still going. It's not even like the manga is done and like we're waiting for the anime to end. It's all just still crazy, going.
Man.
But it's. I feel like I get, and I have for a while now. I get why people love One Piece and have loved One Piece for a long time. It's incredibly endearing. And I think it has a really like nice message, or at least this is what I interpret from it, is like, don't judge a book by its cover. I think that's kind of like, I think that's what the theme is trying to go for, of like, this is a world full of pirates. Like that's what it is. It's all these pirates going out and doing pirate stuff. But like, what is the assumption of pirates usually? Like, oh, they're bad, right? They're going to go around and pillage and kill and do bad things. And Luffy and his crew are literally not like that at all. They actually save a lot of people, a lot of villages and cities and like just groups of so like that's kind of like the thing, because then obviously One Piece, there's the whole world, there's like a police, there's like a whole world police that like polices the oceans and everything, and they're always trying to like go after all of the pirates, including Luffy and his crew. And it's like, but like they're not doing anything wrong, but it's like, but you're pirates, so like you're bad, and we have to like do we have to take you down, and it's like, but they're not
Oh.
doing anything.
Oh, I get it. So it's it's ice for the ocean. All right, we can wrap up the
Yeah.
podcast now. I think.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
we're.
I mean, you freeze the whole ocean, it's
and
ice.
we're
So,
done. That's cool, man. I'm glad you're enjoying that. How many episodes are in that show total?
Well,
like,
I mean,
where are you at?
It's like in the 1000s.
It's
like,
in the
I know,
1100. I think.
Oh,
It's
I didn't know.
upwards of
Did it finally make it over 1100? I thought it was like, okay, awesome.
Or it's close. It's either
I thought
like right over. It's
I don't
close.
know. I don't watch it, but years
yeah.
ago when I heard about it, they were like, we're working our way to 1100. So I'm sure it had to have made it there by
crazy,
then.
man.
But,
hey,
but
more
there's-
power
there's
to
no-
him.
I'm around like I think the one I'm watching right now is either 785 or 86. So getting close to 1,000, guys.
Yeah, we're still working our way through a pretty epic story too, but nowhere near as lengthy as that. But we are working our way through Marvel. We watched Thor this week.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Thor's not bad. Thor's a pretty solid like intro to his character. It doesn't hold up as well in my opinion as Iron Man or Captain America. Those first movies I think are better films, but
yeah, for sure.
the first Thor movie is fun. It's pretty fun. So so yeah, I like it. I think Thor's friends kind of bring a kind of a cheesy Power Rangers feel to the proceedings, which I don't love. Like there's something a little bit corny about it, but overall it does work. I do like it.
It's a lot to set up,
and
the Loki stuff and the Frost Giants, and like
dude,
there's a lot.
We were talking about this during the movie. We were all like, Loki might be the best cast. You could argue he's one of the best casts in all of MCU. Like,
it's Robert Downey Jr. levels of like, like no one can play this character.
No one else could do this. Yeah. He's even in that first movie, like he really goes in like with everything. Really good,
yeah.
So,
he never doesn't go all the way in with that character. He fully commits.
Yeah. So watching that, and then we started up X-Men 97. We've only seen a few episodes so far. It's hard to get everyone to be like, all right, you guys all want to watch tonight? Like, so when we get a chance, we'll knock out 2 or 3 more episodes. There's only 2 seasons. It won't be that hard to work our way through that.
Short seasons.
So far, so good. It's really fun. I have not seen the old cartoons since the 90s, so I don't really remember if I know I certainly didn't watch it start to finish back in the day. I watched it when it was on TV. So like I remember large chunks of storylines, and I probably missed a lot. I would just jump right in with each little episodic story. But I kind of felt like I was just right back in there. Like they really did a good job of just picking it up and rolling with it.
Because the show was always like week to week. It's just like it would do this thing, and then next week they'd just be doing something else. Sometimes there'd be a 2-parter, maybe a 3-parter every once in a while. But like they wanted it to, they realized people just kind of checked in when they could. You might miss a week, so they didn't want you to feel like you had to like stay on top of it. And like they kind of still do that, which I like. I like that it's like every like you get little arcs of stories, and then they just kind of go to something else.
Just got that great throwback animation style, and
I think it was closer to the end when they started kind of having the more longer stories, because I remember something about I think when they started including like was it Apocalypse, Mr. Sinister, like some of that stuff towards the end maybe like was a little more of a through line, but I obviously don't remember either. It's been many years.
There's a lot I don't remember, but like my memory was they do a good job of like kind of, I don't know, bringing you up to speed on what you need to know about. But if you're at all familiar with X-Men at all, even just the general lore, maybe if you just watched the mainline movies, like you're going to be fine. You'll kind of get an idea. And they introduce you to the major event that kind of kicks everything off. And then Magneto shows up, but things are different. And so like, it's just really cool out of the gate, man. Great show. Highly recommend.
It's a great show.
A Marvel fan, X-Men fan at all, get Disney and watch that show. It's excellent. But as far as playing, I've been playing a whole bunch of little games. We were talking before recording about how we don't want to get ourselves too burned out on gaming before we hit this huge run of just wanting to play everything. So I haven't really committed to any one big time game. I thought maybe I'll play Miles. That hasn't really stuck. I thought I'd maybe do a replay of another game or two, but nothing really stuck. So I've been just kind of trying out a few games, whether they're on sale or there's a demo. Or a lot of diddling happening. Sorry, Jeff's not here to appreciate that as much, but my diddle rate is high, is all I'm saying. My diddle rate is high.
Sure. Yeah. It's like your batting average, but you're diddling.
Yeah, it's on the back of your baseball card. It says Tim. Diddle rate high.
You guys get it. But oops, that's the wrong. Jeff's gonna be here in a second. I thought I saw him popping in, but he's not here yet. See that black screen? That's just in his honor. You know what?
Okay.
I'm just going to leave it up. I'm just going to leave that little black box up. But let's take a look
Just
at
censoring Jeff.
at Restory.
PMP.
Yeah. So it's called
Just
Restory, a
slightly
chill
change it.
Look out the
electronics.
N gauge.
Yeah. So they take very real looking, like kind of, and they're down to the detail of where the screws are and what the motherboards look
Yeah.
like and the speaker wires, like very detailed to these kind of late 90s, early 2000s pieces of tech. You're in Tokyo, you run this little repair shop, and sometimes you got to clean, sometimes you got to replace parts. You can kind of take orders, but keep them stacked on your shelf on the side while you work on something else if you want to. But you would recognize every device that comes through. It's not a huge list. I think there's a total of maybe 20 different device types or something like that. But these characters come through. They'll ask you, make a request of you, or like, hey, I dropped. There's one guy keeps drinking and keeps breaking his friends and family's devices. There's a mafia, yakuza storyline that's going on. They want you to pay for protection. There's a big corporation that wants to come in and buy all the little shops and put up a mega mall. And like, there's all these little storylines happening while you're repairing devices along the way and cleaning them up. And I love the old Atari too. And then there's competitions
But it's
where
funny.
you can.
Because
Go
the
ahead,
names
yeah.
are different. It's like slightly off, like
Right.
but like it is
Exactly.
the device. Like,
Yeah,
that's,
it is.
It's the device.
It is the device. Yeah, like
It's
that's
the
crazy.
Noni PMP. It's the
Instead of
Pokia
Nokia,
instead of
Nokia.
Nokia. Mhm.
Perfect.
Yep, that was the Nintendo BS or something like that. Like it's just funny. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
But it stays in this kind of realm of feeling a little bit throwback and retro while somehow feeling modern. The gameplay on the repairing is actually quite fun, and you can level up stuff like doing these screws, or the screwdriver is really slow at the beginning. But then you can get an electric screwdriver. Then you can get like this instant magnetic screwdriver that instantly unscrews everything or screws it back in. So now you're just flying through. You can clean with the brush, and eventually you get one of those the pressurized air cans. You can use that, and then eventually you get a tub you can drop pieces in, and then hit start while you clean other stuff. It'll clean up to 3 and then 6 and then 9 pieces at a time. So like you can upgrade stuff on your desk to like make the process go faster.
That's cool.
So anyway, but then one of the funniest things, I mean, there's so much charming stuff in this. Everything from the art style to even your little to-do list with the cat on the corner, to the way your desk looks, to the way everything about it's very endearing and charming. And then eventually you upgrade your computer with this very old school looking hacking software. And the idea is you want to update some devices. Sometimes that's the repair, is you need to fix it. It's cracked, needs a new battery, but also it needs a firmware or software update. And so you'll actually plug it into your computer. And so this hacking screen comes up, and I was trying to figure out what's the mini game for this. I was clicking around, I couldn't figure it out. And it said, press a button to hack. And so I started pressing a button, and it fills up the bar a little bit, and then it starts going back down. Then I realized it just wants you to type gibberish as fast as you can on your keyboard, and you feel like you're hacking. All the
that's
stuff
funny.
starts going real fast.
That's the
man.
I'm just
best.
typing.
Yeah,
It feels really good. And then all this stuff is getting typed out on the screen, and then it says successful. I'm like, dude, I just hacked all these devices. This is incredible. And all I did was
You're a literal
slam on my
hacker, man.
keyboard, basically. Yeah, dude, so charming, and it does have like an end. Like there's an ending to the story. Then, of course, if you want, you can continue and try to get more trophies or achievements, whatever you're playing it on. But they did announce they're going to be adding some more content to it over time as well. But
That's very cool.
But anyway,
I'm probably gonna
it's
get
very
this,
charming. I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite little sim games, certainly in that repair genre. I've tried a few repair ones here and there. Boy, this one is the best one, I think. So that's a game that I played. I actually did finish it. Played it start to finish. Got the credits on it and everything.
there you go.
And then
So it's not super
nice.
long.
jumped back in. And it's not super long, no. And also, like, you can kind of fly through the little main repair storyline piece and then kind of skip some of the side stuff for a while if you want to. I had that Razer flip phone, by the way. That Motorola.
I did too.
Yeah.
I had that. Yeah.
It's like the most popular phone of its era.
Classic.
Yep. They have these competitions too where it'll give you all the pieces clean and ready to go, and then it will time you how fast you can assemble it in order the right way. And anytime you make a mistake, it starts all over. So the idea is to try to assemble it correctly as quickly as you can. So they have like these little mini games competitions where you can win extra money and stuff like that. So anyway, so there's that one. Also, been spending a little time. I only played the demo for this because it's not out yet, but I spent some time on this demo for Metropolis 1998. I
God.
love
SimCity.
this art style. Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
Super Nintendo,
It's
PS1
SimCity.
style
Like, it's-
SimCity.
yeah,
yes. But here's the difference. Not only are you laying out your grid, here's residential, here's my streets, whatever. But inside the buildings, if you want, you can lay out every room, place furniture, every office. Like,
oh my god,
you can design, or you can use. There's prefabricated houses and businesses. This is showing city skylines. I think it's showing the comparison between the two.
Sure.
I was like, what the graphics changed?
Yeah, no, that's comparing it to other games in this review.
Upgrade them,
but yeah, so you can use previously, like if you do a house setup and you like it, you can just kind of copy and paste it and use that format. Or if you want to design each one and make it more small and cozy and just kind of build your own houses or office buildings or whatever, it really gives you meticulous control down to each little grid of what you want to be in there. So if you want to control it, you can.
Time in this.
You can spend a lot of time on it. It also has a lot of pre-made stuff. It's got like these house layouts. You can just click on that and use that instead if you want. But I don't know. It's so homey. It's so charming. It's very, very SimCity throwback. I remember playing on my Super Nintendo back in the day. Some SimCity is reminding me of that quite a bit.
I love SimCity 2000.
Yeah, SimCity 2000 for sure. Mm-hmm. Yep. So, but I just love this art style. Of course, I know all of us are suckers for clean, pretty throwback pixel art, and some games just hit the nostalgia.
Can you drop tornadoes into your cities in this?
If you can't, then it's a fail. In the demo, I couldn't, but in the full game, we better be able to do some dev. Okay. I want to be able to bring Godzilla. I want tornadoes. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I want to be able to bring the
disaster. There was the floods.
Earthquakes, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So this is called Metropolis 1998. They knew what they were doing even with the title. It just kind of tells you what vibe you're getting. Yeah. So, and it's scheduled to come out later this year. There's a demo up now, but man, it's really cool. Also played a little bit of this one. It was on sale. This is called Roamstead. So this is out now. It is a little bit Core Keeper, kind of like a 16-bit elements of Valheim, kind of, because you're doing a lot of building and the way that they do the survival stuff.
Tim, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for these games.
I know. I'm sorry. But this one does allow up to 10-player co-op, so you can build your own little villages together. The idea is that you're, of course, in ancient Rome, and you have you're kind of rebuilding. All this horrible stuff happened in the city, and so survivors are flocking to you as you are rebuilding a place for everyone to live. And so, like, you're going to set up a leather worker, and then bring an NPC in to like run your leather shop and all that kind of stuff. So it's a real, and then of course there's lots of battling. There's all kinds of supernatural demonic creatures that will attack at night. And so you've got weapons as well. There's classes to pick from. It's a pretty cool little game. They've got an announcement. So I'm pausing on it now though, because playing mouse and keyboard on this actually isn't all that intuitive. I can't wait for a controller input to be set up, which they announced is coming at the end of this month. So like next week they'll have a controller update. So that's when I think I'll really enjoy it. So, but so far it is really cool. The options are great. The building's fun. It's a good time. It's called Roamstead. So I like that one. Played that one for a little while. I played a very little bit of this game called Cloudheim. It's been on my radar for a while because it said I would like it if I like Enshrouded, if I like Valheim. Some of the combat kind of reminds me of that Ubisoft mythology game. Was that Immortals? Is that what that was called?
Immortals, yeah.
It kind of reminds me of that. A little bit less satisfying, but still kind of has that speed and quickness of that type of a game. I haven't gotten to much of the building stuff, just a little bit. It's mostly about exploring and adventuring and leveling up. You know, it's got really cool art style. I think the characters in the world look really colorful and cool.
Yeah.
But I didn't. It's very air based, by the way. A lot of it has to do with bouncing up in the air and keeping combos going in the air and lassoing characters up in the air and kicking things. Like it really wants you to be airborne a lot. So
clouds.
Cloudheim makes sense. So, but yeah, I think it's a pretty cool game. There's a demo for it, which is what I've been playing. Haven't decided if I'm going to buy it yet or not, but it is cool. I do like it. All right.
Sick.
Also been spending probably way too much time on this game, Store Chronicle.
So this is Did you, Dan? Okay, tell me.
Yeah,
since I've been talking for a bit, what do you think about this so far?
I mean, I didn't play it. I didn't get this far at all.
Pastor Dario.
I'm still early on, but
this is the best. These absolutely probably
Street Battler.
AI, they're just.
But I appreciate that they actually put in the effort. Of
Nintendo.
This, where there's actual distinct items and games. I need
Okay.
to. I kind of actually forgot about it. I need to pop back into it, but I do. I do love. I wish there was just more of these, like these game store ones. But I
Me
like.
too.
I think what's missing with this one aesthetically, though, is like the NPCs. Whereas
Oh,
like
they're
the
pretty ugly.
retro rewind is more unique.
Yeah.
You know, it has its
Yeah.
own
This looks
distinct
like
look.
Card Shop Simulator, where they it's like all
Yes.
those games must use the same
Yeah.
like engine because all
Very
the NPCs
similar
in all
to
these
that.
games
Right,
look
right,
very
right.
similar. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would
Yep.
have appreciated like a little bit of them kind of like a little bit of extra effort of like making at least the NPCs like whatever they wanted it to look, but it
Hmm.
not a big deal. It's still super fun, the idea of running your own game store, obviously. And yeah, having the I also like because I mean I worked at like KB Toys and they had the like the music that you'd play on the speakers, and like
Oh,
GameStop
yeah,
would
yeah.
have the TV behind you, and you know sometimes they'd play music on the thing, but like in this little there's the box like right under the register, so you can like
Uh-huh.
switch the songs and stuff, and some of the jams are actually kind of fun. I'm like, oh, this
They
is a
are.
fun jam. I like this. This is nice.
Yeah,
Psych,
they are.
man.
So yeah, I need to get into this further, but very cool
This
though.
looks fun.
So
Mm.
I've played a number of these kind of run a store simulator. Some of them click for me, some of them don't. You know, the TCG one, I'm not even that into trading card games, to be honest with you, but that one really scratches some kind of itch. I don't know what it is. Opening the packs, I don't know. That one really does click and keeps you playing.
Yeah.
And I think they have a good variety of stuff you can do in the store. You can decorate it a lot right out of the gate. You can buy different types of items. Even though the game is needs to be a little bit balanced, because it's actually best to just buy the one kind of box, stock all your shelves with it, and then you make tons of money. And it's not very
Yeah.
fun to like. I like when games reward variety and like creativity and whatever. But this one is so slow that I almost was like, I don't know if I'm enjoying this for a little while. Like I had to go through so many of the days where I was like, I'm just checking out customers. I have one
That's true.
console,
Important.
3
Yeah.
games, and then like
the
5
grind
days.
has to feel
5
right for these games.
That's right. The 5 in-game days from now, there'll be one more game that releases, and then another 10
Right,
more
right,
days
right.
will be finally the next system releases. And so I'm still at the what looks like Atari 2600 and kind of the it's called Ultravision, which I think is supposed to be like the
The
blanking out.
ColecoVision
I think it's like the ColecoVision.
or the
Some of the very, like-
Intellivision? Was it Intellivision?
Yeah, maybe in television. It's a very early, late 70s, early 80s consoles right now, and I'm excited for those 80s and 90s consoles. Like,
Right.
that's when I'm going to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
excited. You know, that's what I want. So there's really no way to decorate my shop. I can paint the walls and I can kind of change the flooring. There's not much I can do. So my store is pretty boring. It just has shelves, and it's just the
Yeah.
same day of going out, passing out flyers, and then checking people out, and like checking
Yeah.
them out as quickly as I can. So I don't know. There's part of me that is really enjoying it and I like it, and I do keep diving back into it. And there's another part of me that's like, do I want to keep?
If the
spending
drip
time on
feed
this?
was
I
a
don't
little
know.
better, do you think you'd be more in? Like the drip feed of upgrades
I would be.
and things to do?
I'd be
Yeah.
so sold on this if there was a better drip feed.
Again, like that, figuring out what that is because if it's too fast, it's too overwhelming. You know, if it's
Yeah.
too much, you know, but
Yeah.
there's a real nice balance there that like people don't
Yep.
appreciate about this genre.
Yep.
Yeah.
And some games just do
So
it really well.
So
I think at
like
least
it.
2 or
I
3
don't
game-
know if I love it.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, because they give you just the one game in the beginning. They're like, oh, 1 new game's out. And it's like,
Yeah.
can we get maybe like 2 or 3 more? Like, or something, you know? Like,
Yeah. It does
Just-
start to
just
pick
a
up a
little.
little bit, but it takes till like day 30. But now I've got 2 consoles. I've got
Okay.
like the demo stands beside there, which is cool. I've got, I think each console has like 5 or 6 games. No, one has like 3 games. One has like 7 games now, I think. And so the pace seems to be picking up a little bit, which I just unlocked Ape Escape, which is fun. You know, so like, all right, this is cool. I think this is we're kind of getting somewhere, but it has been a long time coming. A lot of in-game hours. Now it does have the option to skip days. I haven't tried that yet. I don't know if you actually make money on those days. Does it automate what a day would be like for you? Does it drain your inventory and give you a little bit of money, or is it literally just moving the calendar
Oh.
forward? I don't know.
Interesting.
Um,
Yeah.
So, but I do like it, and you know how we are with these sim games. Every once in a while, we'll dive in and run our store or farm or whatever or repair shop for a little while. I do like that sometimes. So I'm having a good time with it.
It's a fastly growing genre in my heart, that's for sure. I love ringing up a good item. I don't know what it is. Hated working
That's right.
retail. Love doing it
Yeah.
in a video game.
Well, because
That's
you're
right.
doing it
Yeah,
in
me
a
too.
video game, and no one's actually going to like cuss you out or threaten you or
And if you do,
anything.
I'll pick. In most games, you can pick people up and throw them and stuff. So
Sure, yeah, you know,
It's true.
can't do that in real life.
Yeah, that's another one I've been playing a lot. Thanks to Kyle talking about it. I did get Water Park Simulator, and that game is freaking
Yes.
hilarious.
Yeah.
And Dan, did you play
It's
that
the
one
best.
No, but I remember. I think I did grab it because it was
Okay.
on when Kyle talked about it was on sale. So
It's silly.
It's
the
so
silliest.
silly. Like, and you weren't kidding. Like, you have to watch people who have either a giant sledgehammer in their hands, like they'll be in their swim trunks and they'll look like they're there to swim, but they're actually there to sabotage your stuff. So you got to push them down, and then they'll get
Yeah.
mad and leave. Or if they have a camera, Kyle was right. They will walk around snapping pictures of people like creeps, and you have to push
Jeez.
them down, and they'll get mad and they'll leave.
Yeah.
Or spray painters, or like there's all kinds
But
of
at some
or
point,
people
you
who
can hire
poop and pee
security
in your
to
pool.
do all that for you.
Yeah.
You know, like
Which
so
is
it's
great.
just it is
Can't wait for
cool
that.
like that. Like things like offload. You know, it's the perfect drip feed of things happening, things
Yep.
falling off your plate, things falling onto your plate. Like there's a dance to
Agreed.
it that this game just really understands.
Yeah, because I was selling tickets every day and then running in there to try to clean up. But then finally I got someone to sell tickets. So now I can just do other things. But then I got a repair guy. So he goes around and repairs everything, and I can just focus on selling stuff at the food stands. Well, now I got the automated vendors for the food stands, and I can focus on pushing people down. You know what I mean? Like it's really silly. The whole thing's very silly. I just had a tornado come through out of nowhere. People were still walking around the park, going on the slides, but the tornado was just wrecking shop.
I haven't seen a tornado. I've had aliens and I've had birds that like poop
the birds,
on everything.
Yes. Seagulls arrive and they drop poop for
yeah.
like 10 minutes straight, and they won't stop.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yep.
But the tornado will just slowly move all around your whole place, and it will
That's amazing.
Just deteriorate. Everything gets damaged. You have to repair. You have to run behind it and repair it, and it will pick up guests and just fling them all kinds of different directions.
Yeah, the UFOs will come and
nice.
take your guests, so they stop spending money. So it's like you have to push them out of the beams or whatever. Yeah,
It's
the
so
best.
dumb. Yeah. So anyway, it's a very silly game, but it is a lot of fun. Hey, something the opposite of silly came out this week, and we have to highlight it just because of the attention it's getting. I don't know that any of us will ever spend a ton of time with this game. If any of us do, it's probably going to be me. But tell me if you guys think I'm wrong. Maybe you do want to try it. It's Mortal Shell 2. I'm sure you guys have seen a lot of the discussion around this game. The reviews on it have been really, really good. I've been watching a bunch of different, whether it's this is the GameSpot review. So whether it's a major outlet like a GameSpot or a YouTube creator or a Twitch streamer, I mean, there are so many good reviews for this game. It's sitting at like an 86, 85 or something like that on average. But the general consensus is that they took what they learned from Mortal Shell 1, which had some cool concepts but kind of missed on a lot. And they finally have a game where the combat feels great. A lot of people would say the difficulty even has a good balance to it. I'm not sure if non-Souls players would agree with that. I don't know. But one of the other things that I keep hearing about it is that it's got insanely fun exploration. I even heard the guy at Fextra Life said he hasn't had this much fun exploring in a Souls-like since Elden Ring. So he really was kind of gushing about the exploration piece and the secrets and optional bosses. It's like open area, I think.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think it's open area, but it really rewards exploration, lots of secret doors and stuff like that. But there are 8 shells. So the Mortal Shell concept, I don't know if you guys ever played the first one or are familiar with it. The idea is that you are kind of this supernatural entity, and when you don't have your shell, you kind of look like a weird alien being. You've probably seen a picture of the Mortal Shell character. It kind of looks slimy and like an alien in this one, almost.
You're just a skeleton. You're just straight up a skeleton, I think.
Well, so I played the demo for a little bit. You kind of have this nasty, like shiny, like wet skin over you. You're kind of gross looking, but you are occupying the shell, quote unquote, of a mortal being, and so there's 8 of them total. Each of them has a totally different play style, skills that you can learn, and you can adjust them. There's lots of quote unquote builds. You use a combination of weapons and what shell you're using to create a build in this game. So it really rewards that and how you want to spec and those kind of things. So that already has my attention. I love that kind of stuff when it's done well. Apparently it's done really well here. And then, of course, when you lose all your health, your mortal shell is kind of cast aside, and then you're stuck with your kind of who you really are. And you only have a little bit of time to try to get your shell back. You have to do damage, I think, to kind of earn your shell back. So, but it is a action adventure RPG, Souls-like. It definitely is inspired by the FromSoft games. Like the design doesn't even pretend it's not straight from a FromSoft team. Like it looks just like a Dark Souls game or a
Yeah,
Bloodborne or something
it's
like
the
that.
same aesthetic. Yeah.
Absolutely. But man, people are gushing about this game. I did play the beta. I got through that first kind of mini boss. I think it looks amazing. I think the visuals look really good. I think the gameplay feels good. The attacking and all that stuff feels good. It's one of those games that if I didn't have a ton of stuff that's about to launch, I probably would have bought it and just sunk my teeth into it. It's one that I'm going to wait till it's cheaper because it is a full price game. So I'm going to wait till it's cheaper, and I'm really in the mood for a
I think it's $50
Souls-like game.
which
It is.
isn't
I think so.
cheap,
Yeah.
but like it's not 70, so
Agreed.
that's
Or,
nice.
or 80.
You know?
Ugh,
Yeah, or
look
80.
at that guy's face. What was it, that noodle
But I've been
face?
watching
Gross.
I've been watching Fox play this one because he finished what he was previously playing, and then he started this one
Okay.
on Wednesday. And I like the world a lot, like the aesthetic, like just the visuals of the world is actually really
I do
interesting.
too.
And yeah, like just the characters and the movement looks like fun. Like it just looks like the character
It controls
just
really
moves
great.
not clunky or not like it's not stiff. Like it just looks like it actually has some good movement and to it. So
Yep. It's
I
not
think
going to
it
be
looks
as
fun.
fast as some action games. Definitely not like a character action game. But it also
Right,
doesn't
yeah.
feel nearly as slow as some Dark Souls games. Definitely have a slower, methodical feel to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels a little bit smoother than that. So it's not quite as fast as Sekiro. Maybe just a smidge slower than a Bloodborne, which I thought was pretty fast. It's somewhere in that realm, though. It's not necessarily kind of the Dark Souls feel. But regardless, I think it's great. So yeah, there's your character without the shell. He's kind of this, like Dan was saying, like a skeleton with this weird stretchy skin over. I don't know. He's kind of an alien looking,
A thin layer of
who's
flesh.
jacked.
Yeah.
He's a jacked alien who's just walking around. Look at that. Look at the buns on that character. What are we doing? What are we doing?
boost
What are we
on that
doing?
one.
Defined buns.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Immortal
game.
shell.
Like good
Yeah.
good lighting. Like you know, the shinies be shining.
This is a great example of what we want to see from devs when they jump in, they try something new or they try to adjust on a formula, and they come back with their second effort and it's even better and it gets all the praise that it deserves. Like they deserve credit for this. Like they really delivered a high quality Souls. Like a lot of people are saying, other than Lives of P, no one has done FromSoft this well except for FromSoft. So I'm hearing a lot of good things about it.
Nice.
Good for them.
Yeah, I think that's great. Yeah, I think it's excellent. So yeah, I definitely will give it a try at some point. I'm kind of interested to see. Oh, one of the other big changes they made. I noticed this right away. There's no stamina bar. You don't have stamina in this game.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there's
I didn't
other
even notice that,
limitations, of
actually.
course, but like not having stamina does change. Like there's this little piece of anxiety that's just removed while you're playing the game. I kind of like it. So
It's a
far,
little more
you know?
actiony, you know?
It's much more jumping and swinging, but they'll punish, like enemies will punish you for it because you have to be
Yeah,
smart.
don't get in the way of their hits, But
Yeah.
that's super cool.
I do like that. I like that.
I didn't
To me,
even
that's a
realize.
major kind of Souls-like feature that you expect. in these
Yeah,
games.
stamina's like an absolute DNA piece for sure.
Yeah. So, anyway, so that Mortal Shell 2 is out, and people are loving it. And if you're a Souls fan, I highly recommend it. If you like Lies of P, if you like Dark Souls and Elden Ring, definitely give this one a look. All right. Also out, I've been spending a good amount of time
this
with
is the
this.
one you
I've
were
done
talking
several
about.
runs. This game is called Yet Another Zombie Survivors. Probably the dumbest title they could have picked for it.
Maybe they were thinking.
But
Maybe they thought they were being cute. I don't know what's going on with that.
maybe it doesn't even flow that well. Like it doesn't really. Whatever.
No, it's
fine.
a bad title. Yeah.
It's a bad title. It's a bad
Yeah.
title. Guys, this is, in my opinion, the best it's the best Vampire Survivors like. That's not Vampire Survivors. To me, that's still the GOAT. That's the best one.
Yeah.
But this is so cool. Like the way you upgrade, the enemies you fight, the huge hordes of zombies that are coming at you, the sound effects, the visual effects look really great. The lighting's cool. You have all these different heroes or these survivors that you're choosing to fight with. You level them up separately, but then as you're going through a run, you actually do, you can rescue one of them and you pick which one you want to join you. And now two of you are in this little circle and you're both firing, and now you can upgrade both. So you can have up to 3 on a squad at a time. And so instead of one character getting ultra powerful, there's 3 of you. So you can have arrows and bombs and pistols all being used at the same time from different characters as you're going. And the chaos just gets insane. It's super satisfying. And then there's all sorts of motivation and reasons to go back and redo levels. They have missions in the game where it'll be like, hey, go and decode this many messages that come in. And so those will randomly pop up. You got to work your way to them on the stage. So it gives you these little missions that give you all kinds of rewards. You go back to camp, almost XCOM style, where you have conversations between characters. You can do your training and upgrade each character permanently, or upgrade your whole team permanently. The upgrades are great. Like, you start to feel really strong really quickly, which I think is very satisfying in a game like this, when you can feel like you're starting at ground zero. The upgrades in this are fantastic. And you can quickly feel super powerful.
Is this early access, or is this the full game?
I believe it's the full game. I think it was an early access
cool.
for a while.
Man.
Yeah, this is 1.0. So, man, it's so much fun. I can't recommend it enough. It's an absolute blast. So if you feel like just absolutely demolishing zombies, it's totally worth it. And there is also the upgrades you get along the way are really great too. One of them is this. It's called the Last Unicorn, and there's some kind of bonus with treasures that you pick up. But it also turns all the blood. Anytime you kill an enemy, they just turn into glitter. So then my whole screen was just covered with glitter.
Sure.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
So little things like that.
So you can play with the kids.
Oh, now I can. Now that it's all just glitter based.
Play with
kids.
the kids. Yeah.
They're just pinatas. Everything's fine. But yeah, as you can see here in the video, you've got one character that you're starting with, and then over time you'll see a little like a rescue notification on your mini map, and then you go to where that is, and then you'll recruit. You can either get a whole bunch of cash by not recruiting anybody. There's some challenges where it says just finish a level with 1 survivor, or you go ahead and recruit the second one and start, powering them up for that run too. Man, it's a lot of fun. This game's a blast. So it's one of those ones similar to Vampire Survivor where I was like, let me just try this, and then in like 3 hours passed. I was like, what the heck happened? How did I just get lost in this for so long? So yeah, highly recommend this one. All right. Next up, we've got, I think people are liking this one a lot too, Sinking City 2. You guys familiar with Sinking City?
Yeah.
Never played the first one.
I played a little bit of the first one, yeah.
I never did.
I heard they made this one like more survival horror
action-y?
Whereas like the last one,
a little more Resident Evil.
Had the last one still had kind of its foot in like the door of like Sherlock Holmes games, because that's the dev that does these.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hear this one's a little more leaning into a survival horror, better action, better mechanics, stuff like that. So, and I like the food stuff.
I've seen some people. I've seen some people say like, "Hey, the combat in this is actually pretty fun." Like, people are like, seems like they're liking the action-y bits of it. But a little Indiana Jones-esque, right? With this guy's
I bet you
outfit.
the big reveal in this movie is that Cthulhu's making everybody crazy in this town. Bet you that's the reveal.
You might be right.
It's always Cthulhu. That Cthulhu's always causing trouble.
He's always kind of, that's it. That's kind of what he causes. He just kind of shows up and everyone's like, we're crazy.
I thought the Sinking City game was like a kind of a walking simulator, puzzly type of a game.
But that's kind of more, because that's what Sherlock is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there were like light, maybe action mechanics, but like, it's a little more walkie puzzly, where it
seems like you're right. Like this one, much more survivor action-y.
Yeah, like he had like a growth on his arm, and I think he just shot the growth and the guy went down. So it's like, good for them. Good for them for growing a little bit.
I like it. Very cool. So that is out now. Also, by the way, getting pretty solid reviews across the board. I'm seeing good reviews for that, averaging right around 8 out of 10. So that's impressive.
That's 2 back-to-back sequel games where the dev they were like, "Hey, we learned some stuff. Now we're doing some things.
Let's make it better." Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's nice.
Love to see it. Well, this next game is not getting the same glowing reviews, depending on which platform you're playing on. So the review that we're watching this on is from the Switch Up channel. So Star Sand Island is getting okay reviews on your standard platforms, like your PS5 and other places. From what I'm seeing, the Switch version, which is, by the way, probably where your primary audience is for a game like this, that or maybe PC, I guess, but Switch 2, apparently it's a mess, like an absolute mess on those. I don't know that for sure, but
that's a shame.
The title of this, here, I'll scroll down a little bit so you can see the title of this Switch Up video is almost the lowest score ever.
jeez.
So
Wow.
and
And
the
Switch
Switch
Up's
Up
pretty
guys are
kind.
pretty positive.
Yeah, they're
very
pretty
kind. They're very
kind.
positive.
Yeah.
hmm So anyway, it's a life sim game. I think it's got farming elements. I think it's got the romance someone in town elements to it. It's supposed to be a cozy game. It just seems like performance wise, it's
with
an
the most generic anime looking aesthetic I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
just it couldn't be more
which is
like
wild in a time where we're getting stuff like
here?
We just had Lies of P full version launch on the Switch 2, and people are like, this is stunning. It's amazing. We just had Pragmata on the Switch. We had Resident Evil Requiem hit the Switch 2, and like this can't run on it. I'm very confused.
But like that's crazy, yeah. But in the aesthetic, it just looks like any gacha game that's out there. Like they're like, we're gonna take that look, and
it's just very regular anime looking characters.
Just regular anime looking, like no thought to it at all.
Like that that Story of Seasons game that we were playing, like that is incredibly charming. So charming.
Very charming.
Oh,
yeah.
Grand Bazaar one.
Just like do something to make yourself stand out. This is not that. And then the game's bad on top of it. Yikes. Or at least on the Switch. I guess it's okay elsewhere.
From what I'm seeing, it's kind of a Swimming in Seven type of a game outside of the performance and optimization issues. So yeah, that's pretty bad. That visual quality is pretty.
He's got a cat.
He's got
a cat hat, right?
Wow.
I can't even.
I like how Switch Up is even zooming. That's awful.
That shot
looks pretty bad. Okay.
That looked like E.T. the
Look
Atari
this jump
game,
animation. Like it's so. Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's rough. I couldn't play this either.
All the pop.
But hey, next up we got one that I hadn't heard of until it came out this week, and I'm actually looking forward to trying this. It's pretty cheap. It's like $10-12 on PC. This is called Twisted Tower. Clearly inspired by BioShock. People who have reviewed it have said it's definitely the inspiration for kind of the aesthetic and the gameplay. Doesn't have that strong of a story. The idea is pretty basic, where you are kind of fighting your way through this evil carnival tower to rescue your dear one, your whatever, whoever, the girlfriend or wife. I don't know who it is. But I just know that it looks like, apparently it's pretty fun. The reviews on it are overall very positive. Actually, just downplayed it. The reviews on it are overwhelmingly positive. So the description says you can blast your way through an abandoned 1950s theme park, crawling with fairy tale mascots, twisted puzzles, and deadly traps. Uncover the dark secrets of your past as you race to the top to win back the love of your life. So I just think this game looks really cool. It's one I had never heard of until it was all of a sudden on the recently released list on Steam. And the reviews on it are quite good. So
nice.
And I like the animation style of it too. Like the visuals do look kind of BioShock-y a little bit. So I'm on board. It's only like $10-12. Let me see. Okay, $15 full price, and right now you can get it for like $13 on sale.
It's not bad at all. Like $15. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's like super short. Like I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, it's probably not super lengthy. I don't see an estimated time on here, but yeah, the reviews on it are all very, very good. So I'm looking down at the reviews just to see people have anywhere from 5 hours up to 19 hours on record. So it's hard to know. Are people replaying it? Are they doing extra stuff? Are they reviewing it halfway through? I don't know. So anyway, very, very kind of out of nowhere, but positively reviewed game. I figured it was worth highlighting. All right, listen, this next one, I want to apologize ahead of time with how dumb this game is, but I have to highlight it just because it is very popular right now. It's called How to Fish, because I've heard of this game.
Oh, jeez.
It is a...
Oh, my gosh.
This is a one to
fish.
This is a 1 to 4 player physics-based fishing simulator. While drinking and boating, you suddenly crash into a small island. To work your way back home, you have to learn how to fish. is the write-up.
When you give me like wacky physics nonsense, I'm on board.
Yeah.
Like just
yeah.
Like like what is happening?
Friend slop the video game.
Yep.
This is great.
Yeah, it looks very silly. It's the kind of thing that we probably would just be dying laughing trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're shooting fish, like literally just.
Yeah, because you like one of you has to fish it out of the ocean,
Dan.
the other one has to shoot it. This is how to fish.
That's how Ron Swanson fishes. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's true
for sure. So anyway, I figured I'd highlight that one because it looks so dumb.
That's a good highlight.
You know what? I don't mind a dumb game from time to time.
Sometimes dumb is fun.
Dumb can sometimes be fun for sure.
All right. A couple of interesting ones here. We just talked about one simulator game, but I wanted to highlight another one. No idea if it's any good, but it's worth highlighting just because it's a little bit more unique. Look at this guy in the background. This is called the Medieval Horse Dealer Simulator. Exactly what it sounds like.
Sure.
You are, let me pull up the description here. You will trade horses, formulate, feed, and breed generations of elite stallions, raise horses, draft mounts, war horses, and more. Train, auction, mine, forage, farm, run caravans, build a mercenary force, and deal with powerful lords, and dominate the medieval horse trade. There's pieces of this that sound interesting to me. I don't know if it's great or not. The few reviews that are in so far is only 97 reviews. They're at 92% positive, so that's a good sign. But this is the kind of game that I'll absolutely grab as part of a bundle at some point when it's like, a total of $4 combined with a few other games or something like that. But full price, it's $18 right now. You can get it for $16. But again, if you're in the simulator mood and this kind of setting strikes you, why not give it a look? Seems like people are enjoying it. So, yeah, Medieval Horse Dealer Simulator. There it is. So that just launched. It is the full release. It's not like the early access or anything. All right. Next up, we've got a game that I didn't know anything about. Maybe you guys were aware of this. This is a solo or co-op RPG that is inspired by Morrowind. So drawn by a shared team, you awaken on an isolated island crowned by a silent tower, unravel the mystery of the laughless saint, confront the weight of human desire, and decide what deserves to be saved from the light beneath the world when it finally stirs. It's called The Lantern of the Laughless Saint. So it's kind of a cool name. I've never heard of that before. But definitely inspired by the 360 era, Bethesda games, that Morrowind style. But really kind of weird looking, but also intriguing at the same time.
Here he goes.
Where do they go?
Let's get to something else.
It is really Bethesda.
Here we go.
Yeah. And obviously the world
really
aesthetically,
old
everything.
School aesthetic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I don't hate it. I'm also like I didn't really play Morrowind, so I don't have a
I never have either.
I did, and
You're not feeling feelings.
Nah, I'm not gonna run out. Come on, what we got coming out? I'm not.
What are we doing?
Yeah,
what are we talking about?
There are no distractions right now. No, thank you.
That is totally fair. All right, last one that I'll highlight then. Another kind of throwback style game called Entropy. So this is a tactical turn-based RPG inspired by classic JRPGs. Assemble your party of mercenaries and forge your own path towards an expedition into hell to stop the demonic incursion. Choices you make along the way will determine the fate of your world. So it's got, again, another throwback style. It's not going to be for everybody.
Yeah,
totally get that.
games. I like it. I laugh, but I think it's very fun.
I do too. Yeah, so it's got that turn-based style combat.
It's like a little bit PS1, but like slightly more detailed.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about this graininess, but it's kind of funny. It reminds me of like what PC games probably looked like back in the day too.
Right,
So
yeah.
There's an overworld map. Everyone likes an overworld map.
Ooh, I'm on board.
Now you're in.
You got me.
But definitely has that graininess. Like you should probably be playing on a CRT monitor type of a look. You know what I mean? Just kind of has that vibe.
Yeah. But like that's the thing too. Like those games will try to do that sometimes, and it doesn't actually look authentic. You know, it just looks like a filter that they throw on, and it's like, oh, it's just like I don't know. Obviously, you have to be like our age or a little bit younger to know.
Yeah.
But this like looks like it is, of the time. So
right,
for sure.
The combat does look kind of fun. I do like some good turn-based combat. That does look fun.
Always, yeah.
Anyway, so that's called Entropy, and that is in early access, just launched, and the user reviews on it are stellar. People are loving it, 95% positive.
Wow.
So, yep. Seems like it's just the first act so far in early access, so probably one to keep an eye on. There's a demo available too, by the way, on Steam if you're interested. So, all right. So that is it for new stuff of note for this week, which is plenty. We don't need any more because we have other things that are on the way.
Yeah.
I did want to highlight two things from the news. There's probably others as well, but these are the two that jumped out to me. One of them is, and you guys maybe you saw this headline, but Double Fine has announced that fans will be able to vote for its next game after its Xbox split.
I did see that.
They used to do this thing called what do they call it? Game Jam, and I guess they haven't done one in a long time. It was 2019. They were sold to Microsoft. I forgot it was that long ago. That's crazy to me. And in my head, it was much more recent. But
it's like,
everyone better vote Psychonauts 3 or
yes, dude. Yes, Psychonauts 3. Absolutely. Yeah. It's really the only one that I'm like super pumped about. I'm curious about their other projects, but Psychonauts is the only one that I get really excited about.
kind of like a new Brutal Legend, to be honest, but like take out the
maybe not
tower strategy
defense
stuff.
Yeah,
not the tower defense stuff. Remove that. Do something else.
Keep in. Yeah.
Or like add some other new things, but not the tower defense. Not the tower defense.
Yeah.
It just didn't really work.
It didn't. No.
But
yeah, so that's going to be, let's see, on August 31st is when they're launching Amnesia Fortnite 2026. And it's not like Fortnite the game. It's like an amount of time, like a Fortnite.
Okay.
Okay.
So it says it's an indie reboot, a Double Fine Productions game jam, documentary, and a Kickstarter campaign will all launch at the end of this month. So if you're a Double Fine fan and want to follow with them now that they're independent again, go check all that stuff out next week.
What a dodging of a bullet there. We could have lost like a pretty important indie studio there. Like
that's right. No, thank you, corporate overlords, Dan.
But they're still kicking, so that's good.
That's right. The other thing I wanted to highlight was that Kratos has been officially recast now that Ryan Hurst is out after his injury and or maybe some disagreements as well, like both. It's hard to say. There's a lot of things flying around. We know for sure he was injured, but might have been more than just the injury that pushed for a recast. Don't know for sure. What we do know is that Dave Bautista, Drax himself, will be the new Kratos. Now, here's the good news.
Sure.
He's already been jacked, bearded, and painted with weird designs on his body before. So none of this will be new to him, you know? So I think
it's true.
There's that. There's that. Now, some people might be like, great, our wrestler's in the role of this guy. Great. But Batista, got to give him credit. He's not a bad actor. I've seen him in some stuff. I'm like, all right, he's actually pretty good.
If you weren't moved by his part in Blade Runner 2049, I don't know if you know what good acting is. I mean,
dude, I forgot he was in that. Yes, he's
I'm not saying
great
he does that every time, because he doesn't. But in that movie, he really shines, like in a way that I've never seen him shine before.
So it's possible then, you know?
It's possible. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. He's known most for Drax the Destroyer, obviously. I had forgotten he was in Blade 2049. He was great in that.
Oh, he's so good.
He was really great in that. A lot of people also tout his performance in Knock at the Cabin, where he was a cult leader named Leonard. People say that was an extra surprising performance for him.
M. Night Shyamalan.
I think it's a Shyamalan movie,
Yeah, which I don't know if the movie, of course, was. I just think he was touted as being really good in it.
Yeah.
More than the movie.
Yeah, he was solid in it.
He was in a movie called Bushwick, Army of the Dead, a couple other like cheesy action ones that look like kind of Steven Seagal or old Bruce Willis, like final Bruce Willis movie. You know what I mean? There's some movies like that he's in. Then of course he was in the Dune. He's in the Dune franchise.
He's fine in those parts. Yeah, those parts are like he's supposed to be a big.
He's not
dumb
asked
brute.
to do anything.
Yeah, so it's like he's acting like a big dumb brute, and it's not. You know, it's.
Yeah,
that's what the part is, but there's nothing interesting about it. So.
Right. Yeah. So, listen, I'm not necessarily more or less hopeful than I was before. I do think Ryan Hurst is a much better actor, just in terms of like selling me on a character. I've seen him in enough roles that I'm like, man, this Ryan Hurst is good. And plus,
for sure.
He was already in the franchise as Thor, and he was fantastic. So, like, I already liked Ryan Hurst a lot. But I'm not necessarily any less excited or curious about the God of War show. It still could be awful, but it could be fine. It could be in good hands, and it could be great.
Yeah.
And
he's gonna have to bulk up again.
There's no reason to like What's that?
Well,
Yeah, Batista's gonna have to bulk up again.
Batista, yeah, he's gonna have to bulk
Oh,
up again because
yeah.
he's like for a while
did
there,
slim
he's
down.
been like, I can't keep like.
Which
doing
I feel
that
like
to my
it's a
body.
kind of a long process. You don't get that body like in a month.
Right.
So like, how
Yeah.
quickly
Yeah,
is
yeah.
this show getting back to reshoots?
Well, he's not super young. The guy is in his upper 50s now, so he'll be.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
If they do multiple seasons of this, he'll be in his 60s by the time it's over.
He did say
so,
that it's harder for him in his older age to keep the bulk on. So it's I
Yeah.
mean it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
demanding lifestyle, you know. Like even the Rock caught up with the Rock at some point. He shed like half
Yeah.
of himself recently. So
Yeah.
all these guys are in their getting into their 60s, like you're saying. So it's just hard to kind of keep that physique and lifestyle up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Totally agree. But hey, at least we have a Kratos. That show is still moving forward.
Sure. Yeah.
There's probably a lot of directions they could have gone with that, but to me, he seems like, in my opinion, the safest pick because he already has so much about him that works. The age is probably about right though, because the God of War
Age is
games,
right.
the 2018 games,
For Dad
Kratos
Kratos,
probably in his he's kind of like older Dad Kratos too, right? Because he's probably in his
Mhm.
50s. Like when they zoom in on his face, he looks a little older.
Yeah.
You know, he's not 30-year-old Kratos.
Got grays in
anymore.
his beard. You know.
So he's got grays. He's a little more seasoned. So yeah. And listen, I was thinking about it too. It's that game is more about him being a steady presence. It's similar to Witcher, honestly, with Geralt in the games. He's just a steady presence, and it's the characters around him that add all these flourishes and personality and tons of extra. And then you get to see his responses to some of that stuff. Kratos isn't necessarily a super dynamic, expressive character, even though I think he is a great character. Don't get me wrong. I think 2018 one especially, he's a good character.
yeah.
So yeah, the more I thought about it, the more I was like, this alone won't necessarily make the show bad. I'm just curious how he will do jumping right in. Will they have to wait for him to bulk up? Will they have to use CG to make him look stronger? I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how this whole thing goes because they're all ready. Like they're like sets ready to go. Can we get going?
Yeah, they were 3 episodes in shooting apparently. Yeah, when that guy hurt himself. So.
3? Oh, I didn't know that. Jeez.
Oof.
That's a tough break.
Weeks of production.
Anyway, another piece of news that I saw is we're getting feedback on the Duskbloods network test that From Software game is a Nintendo Switch 2 exclusive.
Oh, yeah.
Guys, it doesn't sound like it's going great.
It didn't
on
go
the
well.
Testing side of things, it did not go well. They even ended it early.
Are you
That's how
telling me
poorly it went.
Nintendo is a little behind on the internet infrastructure aspect of their video game consoles?
Dude,
What are you saying?
Dude, where
Tim?
your brain just went is exactly what I thought
Impossible.
was. If FromSoft is going to make a Switch 2 exclusive, why would they make it be an online only, like almost battle royale style? Like
I don't know, man. When you
Dark
told me
Souls game.
it was kind of like that, I couldn't have been less interested so quickly. Like,
right, same.
Or the kind of glass shattering moment in my brain. I'm like, oh, it's what? Never mind. Like I'm
Yeah,
writing
on the
off
Switch,
this game
yeah,
completely. And then they hear
I
that it's not
still
doing
haven't
well,
played
it's-
Night Rain, which was the closest thing to an online game I maybe would have tried, possibly from them, and I still never tried it. There's no way I'll ever play Duskbloods. It's just not even remotely something that I like. That style is not something I'm
Good news
interested
is,
in.
I think they have 3 or 4 more tests, before they're
good.
putting everything in.
Yay. Yeah. Now, the jury is still out. We'll find out later this week. But if Elden Ring Switch 2 Edition delivers after this extra year of polish and working on it and smoothing it out and optimizing, great. I will play a FromSoft game on the Switch 2. It just won't be Duskbloods. It'll just be more Elden Ring. But anyway. By the way, I heard that version is going to be adding classes and adding armor. They're adding content to it, and I'm like, is that going to be a free download for other because it's called the Tarnished Edition. So I'm like, I hope so. Especially if the reviews come out and they say it's fine but not amazing. Like if it's not a great port to the Switch 2, I don't want to spend money on it. Then I still want that content.
I want that
I
Nintendo
want
Magic to
classes.
make this gun run well. That's not going to be fun if it runs poorly.
Me too. Speaking of Nintendo, they're not putting up with it anymore, guys. Like I know Dan likes pirates after watching One Piece all the time. Like Dan thinks pirates are great.
Sure.
Nintendo, not so much.
Yeah.
They just wiped out 400 more Switch emulator repositories on GitHub as it continues to fight piracy. These 7 more emulators have been taken down with DMCA
Nintendo really
requests,
hates piracy.
Really do.
Really, really hate piracy.
Yeah, they do. So anyway, then I see that, and there is a small part of me that's like, leave them alone. Who cares? But then I'm like, well, I do get it. Like I do understand like fighting against the
Yeah, so do
piracy.
I.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
It's your IP. I do
It
understand.
gets tricky when it's
because
older consoles. Like, don't kill those.
That's
emulators.
exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Or the situations where like then things stop existing.
That's what I mean.
Right.
Yeah, but because emulation is
Not
the way
even just
we
older
preserve
stuff,
video
just anything.
games. But like maybe
Yeah.
not current video. Maybe we just don't have emulators for current systems, or maybe those are a little, they should be protected by some kind of law or something. Maybe, but
it'd be interesting to see like regulation around that, Kyle, where people can kind of create
I don't know
and run
who
emulators.
You would have to create a whole entity to to do that. I wonder what that even looks like. But
we'll do it. We'll do
it's
it.
so
We'll
yeah, right. We'll do it. Yeah,
Sure.
but I'm pro video game preservation, so I'm like I'm all about emulators. So yeah, my knee jerk reaction is to be like, leave them alone. But I'm also like, yeah, but I forget which one of our groups that we were all in, where like one of the guys was just blatantly going, well, I'm gonna pirate Tears of the Kingdom and play it because I'm not giving Nintendo any money. And I'm like, see, I don't love that, like it's like you're using an emulator from like a a new console. It's the only way to play this video game. It's very available. You can go out and buy it. This is not a preservation argument. This is a you stealing property argument. So.
That's right. Yeah. All right, there's a few other pieces of news here and there. I'm just making sure that there's nothing super high profile that we have to make sure we
I think a lot of that too though is like the whole, I think it just starts to become this overarching thing. It's not even just about that. It becomes like, oh, but like it's okay because it's a corporation, because they do these bad things. And that's where things start getting in the weeds and like it gets all like messy and complicated, because it's like that is true, but it like it is stealing, but like it's, I don't know. It's just
it's not an easy convo. Yeah, it is a very gray, slippery area for sure. So
Now listen, I'm not one to give corporations credit unless I really am forced to. Nintendo has made at least some efforts to maintain a virtual console library.
Yeah,
and even introducing stuff like the Virtual Boy, which that's the last one I would have expected that they would have bothered to do.
They are taking video game preservation seriously. They are.
Yeah.
So, are they perfect at it? No. I mean, are things going to get lost to time? Yeah. But they're doing they're doing a better job than any other console for sure. I think Xbox would be next. They had a really big backwards compatibility push, and I think all that stuff is available on PC now. I think you can do backwards.
And PlayStation followed suit more recently with a lot of their PS Plus stuff. You can play some classics on there.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff is streaming only, which is kind of weird, but like a lot of it's not. Like they just dropped like Psyops recently, which is like a regular game that you can download and play, an old Midway game.
Psyops.
The Mindgate conspiracy. Yeah, great.
I remember renting Psyops one weekend.
It's a fantastic video game. Yeah, I'm sure it plays like garbage by today's standards, but
I remember renting that. We probably got Arby's on the way home from renting it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah, take it seriously. Yeah, buy an old game. Make sure you got a copy of something. It's important.
Well, speaking of Sony, PlayStation co-op spinoff Horizon Hunters Gathering is reportedly being completely overhauled after poor testing feedback. Who would have thought?
A lot of good testing.
Another PlayStation
live service game is having a problem.
Dude.
No way.
Who would have thought? Because they've had such a good track record so far.
When will they learn? When will they learn?
You know what's crazy to me? Hang on, Jeff just jumped in. I'll bring him in here. You know what's crazy to me? Jeffrey! Is Sony has fallen on their face with like every live service effort, and then they canceled Destiny at 3. And
you don't agree with
you
that?
need to agree with this, Jeff.
No,
agree with this.
They did cancel it.
And then they
my bad.
Then they just like destroy Bungie. So like they I don't know. Everything about their decision on live service makes no sense.
Helldivers 2 was actually a success, and then they try to like ruin it by being like, but you got to have the Sony account. Like they almost like butchered that, like, because that came out and people were loving it
on PC, right? Like, so they were like, You want to.
They wanted you to
Right,
sign
you
up for a
gotta-
PSN account.
Nothing more that a
Right.
PC player hates than having to sign into something else, you know. So.
Something extra, right?
Sure.
Like
Yeah.
you're
Even
fine with
though
Steam.
most
but,
video
like,
game,
yeah.
every time I play a 2K game, it's like you got to sign into your 2K account. Like every game does this, but boy, we were really mad at Sony, you know, for doing
EA, 2K, even with Mafia 2K.
And
like,
I'm just saying, I don't
Mafia.
like it. You have to sign in for everything. I'm just saying it's normal, you know. But I don't
It
like
is.
it.
You know,
It is.
there
I
are
don't
companies
remember my
that do it
password
a
for
little
any of this
bit less intrusively, where it's like an option, and if you want, you can do cross saves and you can unlock special
Sure.
rewards, but
Yeah.
you don't
Sure.
have
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like,
Yeah,
okay, fine, do that. I think Ubisoft, to their
opt-in.
credit, I think they do that, where it's
I think
optional, I think.
Rockstar with GTA, at least GTA 5, they did that too. But
Optional.
who knows what's going to happen with 6? So,
Yeah, I
literally,
think
who
CD
knows?
Projekt Red, you can sign in if you want cross-platform saves and things like that.
Yes.
But I don't think you have to. So
Yeah.
make it optional, and I don't mind it. I don't
opt-in,
mind
yeah.
the additional account if I decide I really want
Give
to.
me
but
the
don't
option.
Make
I
me
agree.
do that.
I agree with that.
Oh, see, thank you, Jeff.
There
See,
you go.
Jeff agrees.
There you go.
That's all I needed. That's all I needed to hear. All right, last
Need
thing
that
I'll bring up,
validation.
and I'm curious if you guys have heard anything about it. Have you guys been hearing grumblings about Wolverine that have been
Yeah.
happening?
Oh yeah.
What have you guys been hearing?
Oh,
I
like
have
the
heard
game
that
design
the fight
stuff,
with the
or-
Sentinels looks like the PS2 Ben 10 game.
Right,
That was my
yeah,
favorite
yeah.
comment.
That's exactly
That
what
was
I
my
heard.
favorite comment. Yeah, that was my favorite comment. Yeah.
What's the PS2 reference? I don't understand.
So it's
Hang
just
on,
like
let me find
fighting
it.
a big giant. Yeah, it's just like fighting a big giant boss while you're a little tiny guy, and you're only fighting his upper body because you're standing on a scaffolding.
Yeah.
It's like you've played this
we
boss fight
still-
1,000 games,
and he's just kind
They
of like swinging at
specifically-
you, you know?
You still
Yeah,
deal
they
with
just
that in, like Final Fantasy games. You still deal with that in like
yeah,
modern
it's in everything. Yeah.
Spider-Man games.
People
I
are
mean,
just
I'm
like
replaying
very
Guardians of the
over
Galaxy, and you do that
there's
like
4
five
bosses
times
in that
in
game like
Guardians.
that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've heard all sorts of stuff, and of course, every time I hear something about Wolverine, I'm like, it's a linear combo based,
Right.
story driven
game.
like video game. I'm in, and everyone else is like, I hate these games.
I'm
I don't want
so
to play
in.
these games anymore.
My favorite, and meaning ironically favorite critique is when people are like seeing open world traversal. Right? It's not really open world. It's you can do what you want,
Open areas.
but you have like a path that you can go on. Right? That's blue.
Uh-huh.
That tells you where your next story place to go is, and people are like, why would Wolverine need a line to follow? As if they don't realize that he has like a sense of smell that he's always followed since
Well,
the beginning
it's
of
also
comics.
a video game.
It's
know, it's
also a
not-
video
Yeah.
game. Like,
No,
calm
people are
down.
being
It's also a video
people are
game.
being really wild about this one. Yeah, and a lot of people who like sane journalists, they're like, it's safe is like the worst thing I heard like a normal person say. It's just a safe kind
Sure.
of action video game, which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
I like safe is good.
I agree, but
don't know
also
how-
like I don't agree with their assessment of it being safe. Like, because it's so freaking bloody for a Marvel game.
No,
That no
I
kids
think
will be
safe.
able to
I mean
play it.
mechanically, in terms of like taking. They mean safe as in it's not taking a lot of like
Oh, okay.
risks. And I'm not
Oh,
saying
okay.
safe as
That's
in
fair,
like
that's
visually
fair.
safe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not doing anything. It's a linear action game. They didn't go out of
Yeah,
the way to like
yeah.
reinvent the wheel, and there's nothing wrong
I'll
with
tell you
that.
what,
I think that's totally fine.
A couple of the best games this year were pretty linear action games, including stuff like 007. Even Pragmata, you could argue, was relatively
Pragmata.
linear action game.
Yes.
like-
007
Yeah.
got the same safe label attached to it. It's a safe
did.
action game, and there's nothing wrong.
Which
I
is-
think
oh, look, it
there's
might be
nothing
the
wrong
game
with-
of the
there's
year.
nothing
One of the
wrong with
best of
that
the year.
word. There's nothing
one
wrong
of the
with
best
that
of the
word
year.
at all. It's
Yeah.
not a negative word. Now
Right.
people, I'm sure, can twist it to be a negative.
taking
thing,
it
but,
that
like,
way.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
of
safe,
course,
safe
yeah.
is just it can be a very
If you allow
positive thing. Tried and true,
dummies
I
access,
guess, would be a synonymous.
access to the internet and those opinions, they're just going to twist it and be like, well, then
Well,
there's no
another synonym
reason
would
to
be.
play it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, you're absolutely right. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just it's tried and true would be another synonym. Like these are just
Okay,
tried and
yeah,
true
I
like
agree.
mechanics and ideas, and it's totally fine. Like it's okay to just get stuff that we're familiar with like a cool Wolverine paint on top of it.
Yeah.
Well, let's
I-
and
let's
again, I don't know
evaluate
how
it for ourselves. Watch this.
I'm
Yeah.
sold.
It is Ben 10.
Yeah, this
I mean,
is what
it
this is what I
But like, I think you have like fights like this in the Avengers game that we played. A couple
I've
years
played
back.
so many
Yeah,
boss
yeah.
fights like this.
Yeah,
so
this
many
is,
boss
like,
fights.
so
like
You
this.
common,
guys, like,
yeah.
we haven't gotten.
It does
to
look a lot
or
like
you
it,
either-
though.
You either
Yeah.
already did, and I missed it. But I'm playing.
Did you see
I'm
him
replaying
run around
Guardians.
the laser? Like,
Yes. I'm
He's like,
replaying Guardians of the Galaxy right now because I'm in a Marvel phase after
there you
Brand New
go.
Day. It just blew my mind. It blew my mind, and I wanted to play other Marvel things. So
Yeah.
one of the first boss fights is literally like a giant octopus thing that's just flinging at you.
Oh, yeah.
And then
Sure.
his hand gets
Uh-huh.
stuck
Yeah.
there. Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's the same idea.
The first
but
boss
it's
you fight
just-
in Nier Automata is this. It's the very first boss fight you fight in that game. Is literally
and that's
this.
one of the best games, one of the best action
just-
games.
yeah.
Don't you dare
So
call it
again,
safe.
like,
Don't you
I
care.
think
Don't
it's
you dare
funny
call
to-
Automata safe.
It's yeah, that's a safe video game. That's not. Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah. So it's just again, it's a funny observation to make, and I think everyone should be making it, memeing it, and stuff like that. But to like try and weaponize it to be like, what a sin that this video game is committing. I'm like,
Well, it's because they just want to have more reasons to be mad because they're also mad about like
Yes.
Jean Grey looking not super sexy with her giant, triple
Oh my
M
God.
tits and ass.
What
hanging
is
out.
what
Like,
is
that's
seriously
what they want.
right?
That's what they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the
like,
fascination?
so they're
Like
mad.
first it was MJ,
Yeah.
and now it's Jean Grey, and they're like, "Well, I don't want to have
What's with
sex
all these
with this."
non-bangable women?
Yeah.
I know,
Hey.
it's like-
I want to give you guys and all of our listeners and really everyone out there permission. You can't ignore those people. Like those opinions are dumb. You don't have to listen to them. Like just ignore.
Oh,
That's
for
so
sure.
stupid.
I already
It's just
am,
so
but they're
dumb.
annoying.
It's dumb
But
and
they
sad.
are annoying.
Yeah, it is dumb. Hey, Jeff, you missed this. I wanted to share this with you because I think you'd appreciate it. This might be the next dumb multiplayer game to try together. It's called
Okay. Well, then
it's called
agree.
How to Fish.
I agree.
You want to go fishing? You want to do some fishing?
I don't know exactly what it is. It's a crazy physics-based multiplayer game where you're stranded on an island and
This is so
you
I
have
didn't
to
realize
like
that Seagull was carrying the guy. That
Yeah.
Seagull
It
was
was.
carrying that dude.
it looks so stupid, but it looks hilarious at the same time. Just
The blood spatter is hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
I know.
Yeah, it's like MS.
And
the
it's so
body
ugly.
spatter.
it's just such an ugly game. But yeah, I guess you like shoot your friend's fish that they pull up on shore. I don't know how this game works, but it looks really
You
dumb.
are dead.
And every instance I've seen of You Are Dead makes no sense to me. So I'm excited to see more context
Yeah.
for that.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, well, some games are game of the year contenders, and other games just exist because someone decided no matter what, I'm making this game, and people are
Yeah,
going to learn
yeah.
how to fish.
Yeah, the
I-
water park sim is blowing my mind. Like
Are you playing it?
seeing more clips about it. No, not yet. But I've been dying to
Okay.
because
It's
I've
so
been
funny.
seeing y'all talk about it in the clips, and I'm like,
Yeah.
the guy who made
It's so
this was
funny.
just, or whoever the team that made this was just like, yeah, we're just gonna have them ragdoll, and it's gonna be hilarious for no reason.
Oh yeah.
Like
I
you
lo-
could
I
have
love
made
the
it an
ragdoll
actual
physics.
sim,
Love
but
ragdoll.
it's so ridiculous. It's so next level.
I couldn't
Yeah.
stop slipping
Gotta
on
be
like a
good.
series of puddles that I kept on getting past, and I had to like reset my character because he just kept noodling everywhere, and I'm just like, I let it happen
So
for like a
dumb.
good 5 minutes before I,
Oh, yeah.
I'll reset my.
Dude, the
character,
other day
I've had my
I
laugh.
got so I made one of my people really mad because so there was someone who snuck into the park. They had a sledgehammer in their hand. They're gonna try to sabotage my park. So you got to go push them down to scare them out of there. Well, they were right beside another normal visitor, and I pushed them both. And so the guy with the sledgehammer got mad, and ran away. The other one chased me down and pushed me and knocked me like over the wall into like the next area, and I couldn't figure out how to get back out. Thankfully, there's a respawn option in the menu that I found.
Oh, good.
But
Whoops.
it sent me
That's so
flying.
funny,
I was
though.
like, "What the heck?" Yeah, it's such a dumb game. Like people are pooping and in the pools. Like there's just stupid stuff happening, man. Like, it's
Chaos.
so ridiculous.
It's like, what if I
absolute
made a
chaos.
game that was Water Park Sim? That's basically what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. You'll get a little alert. Someone's peeing in the pool, and they're sitting with a big grin on their face with like the water turning yellow, and you have to go like try to squirt them with your water gun to get them to stop.
Cut it out, man.
The big
Yeah,
dumb
it's
grin.
it's really dumb.
Oh my god.
It's really dumb.
Guess what I'm doing?
But it's a lot of fun. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's very dumb. Anyway, well, that's all I had for news. And by the way, that Wolverine one isn't really news. It's just part of the conversation that's happening right now. I'm seeing a lot of
Yeah.
people chatting
I
about
couldn't
it.
be more excited for that game. That's how
me
unaffected
too.
I am by noise these days.
Yeah,
It
who
went
cares what
gold.
everyone's
It's
saying?
so
Sign
it's
me
so
up.
fun.
Sign me up, bro.
It's fun to
Yeah.
take a peek at like what people are complaining about, and then like moving on with your life and just being excited for the
everything.
stuff that you're excited for. Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
but
Oh, one other piece of
you
news. I
march
just now saw
forward.
this. we were talking about Switch 2 ports. There's just so many of them. Most of them, it sounds like, are very good. There's a couple that are missing, but sounds like Diablo 4, according to an insider, is going to be launched on the Switch in September with all the DLC.
Very cool.
So, yeah, if you've been waiting on Diablo 4.
Those expansions are...
Yeah,
there's a lot of them. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Wait, did both expansions were called something Hatred? Interesting.
Yeah, they're all. It's the
Something
Hatred
like that,
trilogy. Yeah.
I love that. The Hatred trilogy. Yeah. All right. Cool. But that I don't know if that's this. Okay, I can confirm. Nintendo has not announced it. Neither has Blizzard. But it sounds like there's just rumors about it that seem pretty legit. So
well, then it's probably coming then.
I think it is. I think there's been a lot of successful ports to the Switch too. All right. Well, let's get into our agree disagree segment to wrap things up. You guys got your little signs. I figured we'd go with something a little more themed this time. So a couple weeks ago we did this. I believe it was Kyle and Jeff and myself did this, and I kept it pretty broad. We talked about just the overall gaming industry, a little bit of gaming history. We didn't really have a theme. It just kind of was all over the place. Well, this time I wanted to honor one of the upcoming major releases this week, and that is Metal Gear Solid, the Collection Volume 2.
Metal Gear.
So
I'm
just going to log off.
People got
I won't have
hands-on
any
with
opinions
this. Their final build it's apparently
it.
one of the greatest I don't think it's an emulation, but ports or whatever that from a PS3 game that they've ever done. Apparently it's just pristine. Whereas, I don't remember if y'all remember last time, I didn't have any of these problems. But Volume 1 had a lot of technical issues. And
a lot of big...
I heard
they kept having to update.
I didn't experience any of them. I've played so many of those games so many times, so it's I would have been, very hyper aware of it. I got lucky, but on PC and other consoles and PS5 and everything, it was rough. Yeah. But apparently this is playing very well, and they did enough quality of life updates and stuff where it's just a good feeling game. Oh, I'm so excited to play it. Anyways,
it's finally not trapped on the PS3 . Finally.
Yeah. Grain preservation matters. We would all not be playing this if it didn't matter, It's a big deal.
True. I am excited to also try Peace Walker. That's another. Both these games are kind of stuck on other platforms.
The Monster Hunter of this franchise. Yeah, very Monster Hunter. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna make a few statements. If you don't know, that's okay. You still need to blindly agree or disagree. That's part of the fun, and we'll see where we all.
That's
land.
me on the internet all the time.
I'm gonna read a statement, and then you hold up your agree or disagree sign after I count to 3, and then we'll see where we land. Let's see if anyone. We'll see if anyone needs to be embarrassed because their opinion's so stupid for even thinking that. You know what I mean? That's what we're trying to get to here. That's what we're trying to get to.
Gotcha.
Love it. A shame segment. Yeah.
All right, so here we go. The first statement I'm going to make about Metal Gear Solid is that the boss fights in Metal Gear Solid 1 are the most memorable. The boss fights in Metal Gear Solid 1 are the most memorable in the franchise. 3, 2, 1, go.
Sure.
Jeff disagrees, you son of a gun.
I do. And I have no education on this freaking franchise. I'm just assuming that the further advanced technology got, the more involved the boss fights.
I just want to real quick.
What's funny? You'd actually be wrong.
Can you?
It's pretty funny. They are the most.
Just for the sake of because I know you've never played the first one, right, Jeff? You never played the first one?
No.
Okay, so name what you think was probably one of the bosses that you fought. Let's just make up a name. I'm just curious to hear who you think a boss might have been.
It's usually a describing word and then an animal. If that helps.
Okay. Yeah. You had Gold
Get
Fox.
3 tries.
Of course. You had Gold Fox.
Good guess.
And then
we all remember him.
Okay.
Oh, that fight scene was crazy with Gold Fox.
Gold Fox, I mean, yeah.
The way the gold just blinded you, That's crazy.
Oh, gold was crazy.
Made of gold.
You had to take cover and pew at opportune times, but the mechanic was difficult. Because it was,
of course, that gold mechanic.
The controls were bad. Yeah.
Good guess. I like the Gold Fox guess. I said agree mainly because I think of 2 boss fights with that game, and I love them just because of the way they made me feel when I first played them, and I didn't know what I was doing, and they were so mind blowing at the time. The one was certainly Sniper Wolf. That was the first one. and then later on it had to be Psycho Mantis for me. Like those two, I can't stop thinking about those.
And
like
Jeff, the big like thing about Psycho Mantis is that he would take over your controller, so you'd have to run up to the console and unplug your controller from port 1 and plug it into port 2 to like.
Okay, I had heard of this, but for some reason I thought it was the second one that happened.
And he would read your memory card and like comment on any other Konami published games that you might have saves for.
Yeah,
like, oh,
but at the time
like
you didn't know that's what was happening. He just like started rattling off stuff that you played, and you're like, no one's played that. It's just very cool.
It's like what?
But to be fair, you know, Metal Gear Solid 3's got some great boss fights. The end,
dude.
I mean,
the end is another amazing one.
Maybe the greatest boss fight in history video
Listen,
games.
so Metal Gear Solid 2 has Fat Man. All right. Like
it's incredible,
rollerblading.
I remember,
I don't remember any of the bosses from MGS2. I don't remember except for the final confrontation.
So
I remember
great.
that fight.
Yeah.
But
still good.
I need to replay it. All right. Speaking of Metal Gear Solid 2, here's another statement for you. Raiden is a better protagonist than Solid Snake. Raiden is a better protagonist than Solid Snake. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we all disagree. Okay.
I'm a big Raiden.
Like he's not. But he's not.
I forgot about Kyle's having 2 syllables.
Yeah,
I know. Disagree. Yeah, I agree, Dan. He's not a bad character. Yeah.
Snake is
he's a great character. Yeah, it's just Snake is so
Snake,
good.
You know?
And you know what? It's so funny because if you listen to Kojima interviews, that was the point of making Raiden, is so that you would see a cooler character through a lesser character's eyes. And like that, he was cooler in that game. Like everything he says, like in Metal Gear Solid 2, and he's like shepherding you through the mission. You're like, yeah, whatever you want, buddy. I love you. Yeah, I love you, Solid Snake. Sure.
Like, please, let me play as you again, please.
All right.
Yeah, what a bait and switch.
See if we can.
Yeah,
that was quite a bait and switch. I agree.
With two.
All right, let's see what everyone thinks about this one. Metal Gear Solid 5 has the best gameplay of the franchise. Metal Gear Solid 5 has the best gameplay of the franchise. 3, 2, 1, reveal. Oh.
Gotta be honest. I think it's got some of the best gameplay of any game ever made. I gotta be honest.
Dude,
I think.
I agree.
Yeah, that's the one Metal Gear I played. Is part
very
1.
Good sneaking and shooting. Like
but like
holy
also
crap.
like with your buddies and like you can have the dog or quiet or whatever.
The Fulton system was way too fun too. I love the Fulton.
See, that's what you're gonna love about Peace Walker, Tim, is that like that's where kind of like that got its birth from, was from that. So it's like you're really
so stupid and fun.
That game
you attach this to any item and it just Fulton's out of there. You're like, that's mine.
I just recognized, by the way, I just clocked that Dan is wearing an MGS shirt. That's dope.
Oh, nice Rex. Yeah.
Hell
yeah.
It's Metal Gear Solid week, fellas.
It literally is a metal shirt. Like it looks like a metal album.
Yeah, it has like metal
the
like
font. The font, yeah.
Metal Gear.
Yeah, it's a pretty sweet shirt.
Metal Gear. All right. What about this one? Metal Gear Solid 3's survival mechanics add more frustration than meaningful gameplay depth. So Metal Gear Solid 3, the survival and camo mechanics add more frustration than meaningful gameplay depth. In 3, 2, 1. I'm saying disagree.
Disagree.
Jeff agrees.
Go ahead and explain, Jeff. Go ahead.
Okay, so here's the thing. Similar to GTA San Andreas, okay?
Oh, no, you're already wrong. You're already wrong. We can stop you there. We can actually stop you there.
There's nothing similar about those games at all.
His mic's out. I'll take over. His mic's out. I'll take over.
Wait, real quick, because I really like this mini game that we're doing inside of this. Jeff, what is one of the survival mechanics that you remember from Metal Gear Solid 3?
Well, okay, so here's what I remember from my in-depth gameplay time in not GTA, sorry, in MGS3, which has the subtitle person hiding.
The subtitle is one of the mechanics. It would help you a lot if you remember the subtitle.
Oh, really?
It's actually the song too.
Is it Delta? No, it's not Delta. That's the remake.
I mean, you're not exactly wrong.
True. It's a Snake Eater.
So you do Delta out of areas a lot in that game.
I got to use camo to get places. Just let me go there. I don't know, man.
Let me just travel there. What is this? That's so funny. No, I think in some games, those mechanics, you can make that argument that they're just trying to add another, I don't know, layer of something that doesn't really work. But I thought they worked great in MGS3. I thought they were.
I mean, they were
So
ahead
I
of their
think-
time too. Like this is like a
Ahead of their time,
pre-Minecraft
yeah.
like world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you're like, what do you mean I'm eating in a video game? This is stupid. You know, like, and it was never dumb. Yeah, the hunting and the camo changing,
But I think
the
it was more
index, the index in
camo
general.
that people had a problem with, but it's because you had to like go
Did
into
they?
the menu each time.
Oh,
and, like,
yeah.
go
I guess
back
I
out.
don't.
I think that's the only thing.
I honestly don't remember
Mm.
there being a lot of pushback on the
No,
survival
I'm saying, but
The
if,
menu.
for anybody to complain about the camo, I would
That
say
would be
that
the
if
one
anyone's
thing.
complaining about
Yeah,
the mechanics, it
yeah.
be
I
the
would say
camo.
in general, until
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 5, Metal Gear Solid is not really known for its like slick interface systems. You know what
Yes,
I mean? Like
yes.
it's usually
Yeah.
a lot of like shifting
I can-
into like different
Yep.
items and.
Yep.
I can
Yeah.
still hear the sound of the menu coming up, and then like the sound as you move your cursor
Yeah.
around, like that Konami sound.
Yeah.
I can still
Of course,
hear it in my head.
of course.
Yeah, no,
For
you're
sure.
right. You're right. Dan.
All right, what about this one? And this is one I don't know yet, so I'm going to take my best guess at it as well, because I'll find out when I finally play Guns of Patriots. But Metal Gear Solid 4 is best enjoyed as a celebration of the entire franchise rather than as a standalone game. And I don't know if that means anything to
Oh.
either of you.
Yeah.
Is it best
okay.
enjoyed as a celebration of the whole franchise? The statement is that it is enjoyed better that way compared
Right,
to being
right,
just
right.
enjoyed as
Sure.
a standalone game. Okay?
Okay,
3,
yeah.
2, 1, go.
Sure, whatever.
I disagree, guys, because I've never played it.
Oh.
I have no idea. But tell me why that's true. Tell me why.
It's literally a game. The entire story is just making references to everything that came before it.
Would you say
like,
it's
if you
a
don't-
culmination?
It is a culmination, yeah, absolutely. And if like there's not one single thing that happens that's singular in this video game.
Right.
Everything is a
Right.
consequence from what happened from every other
Yep.
game. Everything.
I have
every
heard
little
that.
thing.
I
Yeah.
at least knew that much
That's pretty
because
cool.
Kyle's talked to me about how that's like his one of, if not his favorite game of all time. And
Like, there's
I've
gonna
looked
be
at the
characters that-
timeline-
Sure.
the chronological timeline of it and how that's like the last.
But even like the characters that are new
2014,
that you
right?
meet
So-
are intrinsically tied to other characters. You know what I mean? Like there's not a
Yeah.
single thing in this game that exists without being a reference. It's kind of nuts how.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
that's maybe to a detriment too. FYI, I think that's
Yeah,
not very
sure.
inviting. That's not very inviting to like new
It's
players.
But I
not
mean,
a
you're
good one to
picking
pick up
a
and
game
play
with a
as a
4.
No,
on
no.
it,
I
then
mean,
it's
this
like-
this game
That's
comes
true,
with an
Dan.
encyclopedia,
Yeah.
so you can understand. I'm not
Yeah,
even
yeah.
kidding. Like when the
Yeah.
game came out, you could download the Metal Gear Solid Encyclopedia, and it would help you understand what Metal Gear Solid 4 was about.
Right.
And it's literally
Okay.
an encyclopedia of information.
That's crazy.
Well,
I
there's
I gotta
so
tell you
many
though, if
characters,
you
like,
do
so much
something like
lore
that, like
and-
Dan was saying, like if you start at a number 4 in a series, like it's kind of like if someone were to just fire up Endgame as their first MCU movie they want to
Yeah.
watch.
Oh my god!
Just
I'm gonna blame you.
just starting Breaking Bad on the last season. You know.
Yeah, you're like, why is
Right.
everybody gone? Where is everybody?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, right. So I think that's on you at a certain point,
Yeah.
the viewer or the gamer.
And also,
in this
Metal
case.
Gear is pretty wacky, where it like bounces all over the place timeline wise as the numbers go up. Like,
True.
Yeah,
because you have
true.
1 and then 2, which is
3
right
is
after.
one,
but
but
then 3
1
is a
is 2.
prequel.
But,
Yeah,
Yeah, because
you know,
Yeah,
I'm looking
right.
at the timeline now, totally by memory, of course.
course.
You have Ground
Talking about-
Zeroes and Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain are like in the middle, like
Yeah,
early
Yeah.
right,
parts of the timeline for the actual like fictional.
right. They're
chronology of
after
it.
3, right?
Yeah.
Isn't 3 before those?
But they're last in the series. Release wise.
Yeah, you have
it's just nuts.
Delta, which of course I name
Delta.
dropped, and then Peace Walker, which we mentioned, and then 5. Both parts of 5
Yeah.
are right after that. So it's just like bizarre, like it's bizarre
Yeah.
world when
In
you play a new one.
this package in Volume 2, you're getting a sequel to Metal Gear Solid 2, not 3. You're getting a sequel to Metal Gear Solid 2, which is Metal Gear Solid 4, and you're getting a sequel to Metal Gear Solid 3, which is Peace Walker. So, yeah.
So confusing. I love
Kojima
it.
was silly. Kojima was silly. But it's actually kind of similar with Devil May Cry, because I mean, it was one.
Yeah.
You have Devil
Okay.
May Cry, and then Devil May Cry 2 is like the furthest
Kind of a sequel.
in the timeline,
Yeah.
and then
Way far
and then
far, yeah,
3 was a
even.
prequel, and
Yep.
then 4 is so like it also all over the
4
place.
takes
so.
place
I
before
mean,
2, and then 5 is the
Yeah, yeah,
furthest
yeah.
in the timeline, yeah.
yeah,
That's
so,
not confusing at all.
They
wacky
love
stuff.
non-story. They love
Yeah.
non-linear storytelling over there in
Completely.
Japan. I guess that's their thing. I don't know.
I tracked with that 100%. All right. What about this one? We got 3 left here. Metal Gear Solid 2 is the game that has aged the best storyline wise, because its themes about misinformation, algorithms, censorship, and information overload, and other themes have become even more relevant with time. So MGS 2 has aged the best for those reasons. 3, 2, 1. I'll say agree.
Yeah.
Now, I gotta be honest. It's been so long since I played it, and I'm guilty. I have the collection. I need to. There's no excuse that I have that I shouldn't have replayed 2 recently, but I just haven't. I had forgotten a lot of those story themes, but based on this description and Kyle, the way you've talked about it, it absolutely sounds like it holds up the best, just in terms of the themes.
It holds up in like a scary, like Kojima might be
This
a
could
witch
happen
kind
today.
of way. Yeah, I mean it is happening. I mean, like it's whatever that
It's
game is
happening
about.
now.
Like we're in the middle of it right now as we speak.
Yeah.
Especially the AI giving disinformation to the public just to see how much of it will bite on. Like that's absolutely happening right now, you know. And this game came out in 2001, you know. And that means it was being developed in like 1999, 2000, you know. So it's like it was way ahead of its time, you know. And I had replayed this game. I mean, if I have to put a real number, dozens of times. I have to put a realistic number to it, dozens of times. But this last playthrough I did like just recently, a couple years ago when that game came out in that package, it just was shocking to me how I played it. I mean, it's nothing surprised me. I know that story is. It was just it was just playing it. During
It hit differently.
But living it now with the time it is right now and playing that, like especially that is it Solidus or is it at the very end that kind of does that whole spiel like that at that last fight.
Solidus has the final
for Liquid.
monologue.
Yeah.
Solidus.
And just a lot of the stuff he's saying, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's terrifying. So
then Snake comes in and gives you a little pep talk at the end, and the credits roll. And song plays. So you're all good. It's all good.
It's crazy because now we live in
that soundtrack. Really good jazzy.
Yeah,
soundtrack.
more jazzy than I remembered until I went back and listened to some of it. I was like, hey, that is
Can't Say
jazzy.
Goodbye to Yesterday is a full blown jazz song, and it's beautiful and it's wonderful. So
I mean, we live in a day and age right now where a big even election talking point for who you want to vote for is around data centers and like where we're going to store all. We're just in a weird time right now, and sometimes
and that's what the big show
Kojima
was. It was a giant.
coming.
It was basically a giant data center, you know.
Right.
Allegorically, at least, you know. So.
Yeah, they didn't know, like,
I
mean, unless he was legitimately a witch, he could have no idea the resources that a data center would be using around a smaller town, just using all of its water and all that stuff.
Yeah, at least he was smart enough to put it in an ocean, you know. He's like, there's a lot of water out there, we'll just put it out there. And like, at least
which is actually
he was
crazy
forward thinking of a thing that didn't even exist, you know, like, and we can't.
Right, you know what? Data centers go out into the ocean and have fun.
We're just gonna build you right in the middle of a neighborhood.
I just saw a headline
about that.
Well, I forget if it was Japan or China.
The very first thing I said was, "Ooh, the big shell. I've seen this before."
Deep in the ocean.
I saw that article too. I was like, "I've seen this."
Like literally.
Why are we doing it in the middle of nowhere, Texas, where they don't have wind energy and all this stuff to
instead
compensate?
of Simpsons did it, it's Metal Gear Solid.
Go to Pacific Ocean, have yourself a grand old time.
And hey, there's plenty of coastal regions that are not great for like beaches and boating. So like, just put them there. Like put them out in the water there, where no one.
Closer to Antarctica,
because AI
it's fine
is
with me.
Evil. How about we just do that?
And AI, AI is the reason that even like upgrading your computer right now is really expensive too. AI is like occupying all of the room.
Yeah. You have that's the whole reason the PS6 keeps getting.
We can't unmake it. It's too late. So. That's the scary part. It's like the modern day atom bomb. It's like we created something, we can't uncreate it.
No, yeah,
now we're just living on the other side of the consequences, you know.
It's Pandora's box is open, and now it's just kind of like, okay, how do we manage this? Can we can we actually trust people in power to be responsible with this and actually
no
pass legislation to you know what I mean, like to try to like I don't know some they're not going to because there's just too much money
safeguards
like there's just the safeguards are just not. I don't know that that's going to happen in my lifetime or our lifetime. Obviously we're living together but
I'm gonna live forever,
it's scary and I'm terrified and
in the AI.
I'm gonna live on as AI.
Conscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't
gonna
wait.
be
I'm
great.
doing the thing
I
that
can't
Chad
wait to come
Colchin is
back.
doing, where you're going to freeze my head and
Yeah.
bring me back whenever.
That's right.
We figure out the mortality problem.
There's a whole plot point in Winter Soldier, the Captain America, where Arnim Zola from the first one, who's like the doctor that works for Red Skull, comes back
Yeah.
as like a
Guy
computer
wants to do a
AI, and I'm
computer.
like, can that be me? Can we just do that now?
Yeah, Toby, what's his
and I'll
name,
just-
does that voice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just come
yeah.
back later and do memes at people that I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just useless information.
He really
That's
is
why I
still
was
there.
preserved.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Jokes
here's a
that
dog
don't land
pooping
in
on a
100 years
baby.
from
I
now.
don't know.
What a miserable
So
existence
stupid.
that would be.
All right, we got a couple more here, and I don't know if you guys have all played this. I know Kyle for sure has, but this is a statement that I think a lot of people would get really upset about. Not sure if anyone on our podcast really has a strong opinion about it, but here we go. The Metal Gear Solid 1 remake, Twin Snakes, on the GameCube was a good video game. 3, 2, 1, go. I agree. Yeah. Okay. Now, this might not sound that controversial to us, but a lot of people hate that
for sure.
version.
Sure.
of it. They hate it.
And I'll tell you why. It's because it's at some point Solid Snake does a backflip onto a moving rocket that's heading towards him.
Yes, he does.
Kick flips.
I didn't
off
remember
of
that till you reminded
and
me
then
of
shoots
that.
his
Right.
own rocket to take down a helicopter. And I'm
Correct.
telling you, it's stupid, but it's also super
It's
cool.
awesome.
So, my headcanon is
very
is
Fast
that
and
like
Furious,
it's
actually.
the story of the first game told by a super unreliable narrator who's like a Solid Snake fan.
It's like a
He's
drunk guy in a
"You
bar
understand?
telling
Yeah,
Snake
he was like, you know, he went there solo and he, you know, kick flipped off of a Nikita. You know, it's just like it's so ridiculous. Or it's
Sure,
like a story
yeah,
told by
yeah.
Michael Bay, you know, or something like that. You know, it's just like, well, we're gonna put a few more
It's-
explosions in there.
It's
and-
still at its very core Metal Gear Solid 1, which is one of the
Yeah.
greatest video games of all time. So
Yeah,
It's
it's
the
very good.
bottom
And you
line,
brought all
like,
the Metal Gear
you know.
Solid 2 mechanics over, which really helped make that game like
yeah.
easier.
It was prettier,
I will say,
too.
but more approachable.
Updated
you
graphics.
know. It's very pretty, yeah, and just more actiony. So it's like there's sequences that
More
like
actiony.
Gray Fox will come in and really do a lot of cool ninja stuff. You actually see what happens in the hallway, you know, unlike you do
I
in the
love
first
that.
game.
Yeah.
It's one of the best scenes ever, yeah. And it's Silicon Knights who you know did like
Yeah.
what's that like
Knights of the Old
game where you
Republic?
went crazy?
Eternal,
No.
Eternal Darkness.
Eternal Darkness.
Eternal Darkness. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good studio. Trouble.
Yep.
Okay.
I know a lot of people take umbrage with that game, and I get it. I like the idea, Kyle, of like, hey, this is actually just kind of a funny retelling from maybe someone who wasn't there, but they are embellishing.
Yeah.
Well, that's a funny way to look at it, too. I like that.
Yeah.
But at the time, I had played the first one. That was all. No, I had played the second one, too. I played the first two. But I definitely wasn't a purist. So when the GameCube one was available and I got it and I played it, I was like, this is fun. I love a revisit of that game. This is so fun. So I didn't clock most of the major changes probably when I played it. But I do remember liking it. All right, last but not least, we talked about Kojima a bit too. So how about this one? Konami shouldn't make another Metal Gear Solid game without Kojima somehow involved. Agree or disagree? 3, 2, 1. I disagree. Okay, we're split.
What the fuck?
We're split. Okay, we're split.
My
Okay.
answer is nuanced. It's not so easy as like never, but
Right.
Yeah.
But okay, let's start with
were
you,
like-
Dan.
were
Why
like,
do you
agree
think?
to disagree?
Why do you think they shouldn't make another one without Kojima?
So I wouldn't like be offended if they did, but I do feel like you miss some of the magic of the DNA that is there with him not
100%.
being there. Like
1000%.
I do think that obviously these the devs that are there that are even like remaking 3, like they obviously have passion for the series and they appreciate it and they are doing it with care. So like that helps. And like maybe they could do something interesting, a new Metal Gear, but yeah, like just Kojima's mind is just just wacky, insane nonsense.
He
but,
is
like,
Metal
good,
Gear.
but good nonsense. Yeah,
He is Metal
like,
Gear. He
Without
is,
him,
yeah.
it feels like it would be missing something.
So
Is that what
here's
you're
my rebuttal
thinking
to
too,
that.
Jeff was saying? Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Kyle, and then we'll do Jeff.
I was
Yeah,
just gonna say, here's my rebuttal because I agree with everything that you just said. Is in my mind a fact. Like I know you didn't just say a bunch of facts, but in my mind, I'm like, yeah, agree with all that. I will say just to combat that, Metal Gear Solid Revengeance was not made by Kojima. He was never on set.
Yeah.
He was never there.
True.
That game is incredible. So I guess my thing would be you don't do a sequel to anything. Like the series is done. Snake specifically, his is done. If you want to do spinoffs, though, all day. Do spinoffs all day. I really don't care. I think people have ideas. Do some spinoffs. Do a Roy Campbell game when he was young. I don't know. Just leave the core experience the way that
or
it
jump
is,
to the future and what is
the future.
This
Brand new characters and stuff like that. Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you can't undo. And when y'all all play Metal Gear Solid 4, especially you, Jeff, I know you're going to play it next week, all the way through.
All the way through. Yeah, starting from 1.
To
3.
You'll understand that
whatever.
Snake's story is done. It's done. It's so set in stone by the end of this game that you couldn't make another one unless you were an asshole. Which is why in 5 you had to kind of go back in time and do another story about Big Boss. Because there was no more Snake story to tell. So just don't do that. Just make spin-offs.
It'd be cool if Jeff played all the MGS games. He just won't make it past that Gold Fox fight. It's just not going to happen.
The Gold Fox fight is he likes gold.
Jeff's going to come
Fox
on the next episode and be like, the thing about the Lale Lule Lo is, and then the thing about
was that your thought too? Was that this is Kojima's thing? You shouldn't make it without him. Was that
it's his DNA. It's like
it's
making
true. It's all true.
It's like making American Psycho the sequel without that same director, whoever the fuck directed that, which happened. So I mean, I'm just saying, the DNA of
I forgot that existed.
the story. Yeah,
No,
Mila Kunis is the Psycho. So it's just kind of sure, there are spin-off opportunities, yes, but it's not
Mila
always.
Kunis? Wow.
Yeah, she was.
Sorry, go
yeah,
ahead.
she was the American Psycho. Yep.
Okay.
And she's even I don't remember doing. I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do that movie.
There's a paycheck. Leave me alone.
I don't want to talk about it. Can we talk about Ted? I'm more proud of Ted.
Right.
But it's just, I don't know. Something feels just icky about just from everything we knew about the Konami Kojima drama of Konami still cashing those checks.
True.
I know they're spending more money to cash those checks, but even with the spin-off idea, it's just kind of I don't know that the narrative would be as interesting. It would probably be, if I were to guess, this is all guessing, that's what we're doing here, but it would probably be overly simplified and to the point where it would disappoint the hardcore fans. I just don't see it being as brainy or cerebral as Kojima's works. And that's coming from somebody that knows nothing about it, but still I've played enough Death Stranding to be Kojima has a very, very specific vision to the point where it reminds me of certain filmmakers that I love that I can't imagine somebody else taking the mantle and doing it the same exact way.
The only reason I disagree is kind of what Kyle was saying, where I don't want the IP to just die on the vine. It'd be nice to see them continue it far in the past, far in the future, different story, different characters. I don't necessarily need it to be a solid Snake story. I think that would actually be challenging for them to try to take the same characters and bring in Revolver Ocelot and whatnot. I think that'd be challenging for them to do that without making everyone mad and doing it right. I think that'd be really challenging. So I don't want them to do that if I had my say. That being said, and I realized that the separation between Konami and Kojima was much more sudden. It felt much more like a out of nowhere divorce as opposed to a gradual passing of the baton where he groomed some next up and coming directors to really take on his that didn't happen. So I realize it's a different scenario, but if you look at a company like Nintendo, I mean Miyamoto is the godfather of all that stuff. Well, that guy's getting pretty old, and at some point he's going to pass away, and I don't want them to stop making Mario and Zelda and Metroid just because he started all those things. So I want more Metal Gear Solid games just because they're so unique, and they and a lot of times they make incredible commentary on the way of our the DoD, the defense contracts and technology and government and all those things. I always liked the way that they dip their toes into those conversations in creative, wacky, and sometimes really poignant ways. So I want more of that. So maybe there's some other spiritual successor out there that would fill that gap. But I've never seen one. So I don't want to.
I have an immense distrust of any other creator trying to tackle those themes specifically than Kojima, just based on what I've seen him do in Death Stranding 1 and 2.
Again,
where I'm This
bring
is
up
our
Metal Gear
life
Solid
now,
Revenge.
like just in
Right.
a larger metaphor, you know.
That's a good
And
point.
to bring up
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid Revengeance again, like that game isn't brainy, and it isn't trying to say anything, and it isn't trying to do any of that stuff, and it's
It's just
not
wacky.
It's
just
not
fun to
like
play.
a thinker. It's just fun to play, and it's a good game, and it's just done by Platinum
Yeah.
Games and yada yada. So it's like there again, there's some wiggle room there to not
Yeah.
stomp on something that's sacred, which it is. Like I would be very judgmental if anyone tried. So like y'all are not saying anything I disagree with. Like I'd be so protective and so judgmental if anyone were trying to do something new. But like it is possible. People can slither in there and do something that's just like
That's
so
true.
different. But like
if they try to do like a Revengeance thing again, where it's just like this is just fun, guys. It's
yeah.
Or
Or
they
even like
could,
Acid,
it's just
which
fun.
was a much different
Acid was
take on
fun.
the Metal Gear
Yeah.
Solid. Yeah, like a
Kojima had
totally
nothing to do
different
with
better
those,
because-
yeah.
because they're actually directly connected to the whole thing. Is the first 2 Metal Gear games, right?
Metal
Yeah.
Gear
1
Solid.
and 2.
Another good example is
Not
Metal Gear
Solid.
Solid Portable.
The
Metal
Metal
Gear
Ge-
Solid Portable Ops was
the old
not a
old
Kojima.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah, Kojima. It was not a Kojima game. He had nothing to do
Portable
with that
Ops
game,
was
and
not.
it was
Right.
it was an incredibly brainy, incredibly thought provoking, and a very good Metal Gear Solid game. So it's like
Okay.
someone was able to do it, but again,
Yeah.
I'm not inviting some
Yeah,
random
yeah.
person to come in and do like a Kojima
Yeah.
impersonation.
Yeah.
But that's
I
why
just
I'm
wouldn't
saying
want
like
that.
with Metal Gear 1 and 2, like I almost, because I mean those are
The
old
Nintendo
games, so
games.
they're short. Like
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
combine them and like
They're not
remade
fun.
it, maybe
Sorry. But
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah.
just kind of take the
Because
framework.
the
of
idea
those.
and the story is already there,
Yeah.
so you wouldn't have to
Yeah.
really like
Yeah,
do
yeah, yeah.
anything. With
I
the,
think
that could
we're
be
in a time right
something.
now where if they
Be okay with
do
that.
any other kind of remake similar to something like Delta, or if they do a small little spin-off like we're talking about, they're in pretty safe waters. As soon as you try to slap a 6 onto it and
Yeah,
Sure.
I'd
I
be
think
pretty
that's when it's
I'd
going to be really dicey.
pretty. I'd be pretty steamy if like I saw Metal Gear Solid
Yeah.
6. I'd be like,
Right.
what is going
At least
on
now, like
here?
give it some
What is-
time.
what does
at
this
least.
mean?
I think they need to give
what
it
is
some
that?
time before they
Come
try.
on, man. Yeah, what are we talking about? Yeah, but
Yeah.
you never know. Might be someone out
You
there.
never know. But guys, if you can't tell, we all have, regardless of our levels of experience with the Metal Gear Solid games, we all have deep admiration for what those games are, what they've meant to the industry for so long. I still have really fond memories of playing it on the PS1 late at night, trying to figure out what the heck is going on. I didn't understand a lot of it, but I loved it. I had the jewel case, so I had to look up the radio signal to call into. Like those little moments will just stick with me forever. Psycho Mantis that we talked about. MGS 2 with the bait and switch of a different lead out of nowhere. Like, what the heck are we doing? But I really enjoyed that game. And then, of
It
course,
pissed off so many
Dark Ops
people. It was so
3,
great.
5.
I was there. We were all there.
especially
People were so
especially
mad.
with the demo. The demo was
Yeah,
the
the
shit.
demo.
The demo was all
So it's
Snake,
like, oh,
and then
man,
and then
Yeah.
oh my god, 2 hours into that game, you get the rug pulled out from underneath you. It's great.
Yeah.
Who's this blonde
But it was-
kid? Yeah.
I don't want to do cartwheels. What are we doing here?
Yeah,
it was
what
very
is this?
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
talks
That is
like,
so
"My name's
brilliant."
Raiden."
It makes me want to play that game first. Like it's so smart
Yeah,
and such a
I think
great
you'd like
troll.
to.
Yeah.
I think you'd like to.
I
Two's
think
my
you could
favorite.
just jump in and play. I know most people just jumped in right at 2. Like I think it makes enough references to what happens in 1, like where you don't ever really feel lost. You'll feel lost by other things about that game, but
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think Metal Gear Solid 1 is I think it's pretty easy to catch up on as you pick things up and go along.
Yeah. And then you'll just want to fall asleep to David Hayter's voice forever and ever. He's just got that perfect gravelly.
He
Absolutely.
inquisitively repeats things back at you. Metal Gear,
What? Metal Gear.
sneaking
Colonel,
mission.
Colonel.
Yeah, it's what I just said, Snake. Let's speed this up a little bit. Come on, stop repeating things.
Also, let's be honest. In that first one, especially, Kojima had the gloves off when it comes to like him scoping out chicks. You know what I mean? Like Snake was a bit of a dog there.
Oh, the game
Snake
was
was super
those
horny
games
in
are
the
so
first one.
horny. All 3 of those first games are even 4. Now, Metal Gear Solid.
Snake's always like,
no. 'cause, like they're
But
the boss
Snake
fights you
isn't
fight.
corny after the first one.
The fight, that's. I mean, I guess, yeah. But like the boss fights you fight in 4 are like hot chicks that like undress
Sure.
for you while you're taking photos of them and stuff like that. These games are inherently horny. I just want to make that
Oh,
clear.
yeah.
Yeah. I was
I want to
about
make that
backpedal.
really clear.
Yeah, but I want to
Yeah.
make that
But
clear
what's-
that the DNA part of the DNA is horny.
Well, I mean,
for
one of the
Yeah.
characters in 5 is barely dressed, but to Snake's credit,
Yeah.
he's not really ogling her, but we, the player, certainly are, as she's
Yeah,
like just
for
dangling in front
sure.
of the screen the whole time.
Yeah, Big
But
Boss
Snake
is
seems
not
indifferent
horny.
in that one.
Big Boss.
Big
Yeah.
Boss, not he's
But
focused.
yeah,
he's locked
I
in.
think
Well,
they
I
irradiate.
guess
I think they irradiated the horniness out of him with all the nukes he's been
That's
nearby.
right.
So
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh man, good old
How that
Kojima.
works.
See, this is why they can't make another one without him. It wouldn't have any of
No,
that.
It wouldn't
stuff
be
in
big
it.
It wouldn't have the right amount of horniness / not horniness.
Yeah. Death Stranding,
But
but
yeah, I
a
was-
little more a little more horniness in Death Stranding.
Yeah,
actually.
they're
yeah,
very
yeah.
Probably
subdued
a
in
little
Death
more.
Stranding. I was
Yeah.
gonna say what happened to his wiener that made him so subdued.
I don't know.
compared to
Yeah,
Metal Gear.
it's true. I guess that game is about death, and maybe death isn't inherently a horny subject.
Yeah, he's like,
so, yeah.
no, you're covering up.
some-
Everybody's
for
wearing
some
black
people.
suits.
Everyone's wearing from head to toe. You're covered because the rain kills you. Everyone's so dressed up in this game. Yeah,
Sure.
and the most anti-horny game ever for sure.
3 is
The
where
only-
things are really gonna, open up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
Death
rain
Stranding
no
3
longer
is all
affects
horny.
you. Everybody's in bikinis.
Everyone's
Yeah,
in
it's
bathing
gonna be great.
suits. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
it's the anime beach episode. The video game.
The only
Yes.
downside of these
Yeah.
collections,
Yeah.
and this was true of the first one too, is there really isn't you're not going to a central hub and like a museum of Metal Gear stuff
I'm
necessarily.
kinda-
Yeah.
I'm very
yeah.
upset. I don't like that they're individual launchers. I kind of
you're just kind of
them to
buying them as a bundle.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Which is again kind of cool if you're like collecting. Oh, I have all the Metal Gear Solid like in my folder or whatever. I guess,
Right.
but like I would have liked a cool hub with like cool
Yeah.
iconography and cool like menus to go through.
Yeah, that's
I
I
agree.
That was my complaint with like the Final Fantasy 1 through 6 pixel remasters.
Those
Like,
are
they were all
individual as well.
separate.
You're
Yeah,
right.
they're all separate.
Just
Yeah,
individual.
and I was like, I kind of would have
Yeah.
liked a
Comparison.
menu where you can kind of flip through them.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe
that
there's
would've
Let
it's
me
like a
nerd out a
timeline
little
or
bit.
something. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
Show me
cool way to
some-
present this stuff, and like you guys skip that
Yeah.
whole process. Yeah.
Honestly, even just like a couple little things where I can see like concept art or I don't know, the
Oh my
old
God.
Konami offices where this
The
one was made.
Yoji
Or like
Shinkawa
something
tab
be
where you
cool.
see all their concept art. That'd be so great. Yeah.
That'd be
Ugh.
so like I think that, and I've read that for the second one it's very similar, where you're kind of just buying a bundle and you'll download them.
Yeah. Now the individual
But,
games do have like cool stuff. Again, like Metal Gear Solid 4 is going to have the
Some extra stuff,
encyclopedia. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
going to be like some behind the scenes stuff that you'll kind of get, which is cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's tied to
That's
that.
cool. I like
specific
that.
game.
I'm excited for that. But yeah, you can get the full first collection, and it does include 3 Snake Eater. Although Delta came out last year, and I think people, for the most part, were pretty happy with that. I don't remember there being a lot
Wait,
of
really? Like
controversy
the new
around.
collection does include Snake Eater?
It does not
It
include.
does. It does
Snake
include
Eater,
Snake
Okay.
Eater, but it includes Snake Eater, but
Doesn't
not
need
Delta.
to though.
not Delta.
Yeah, because Delta's
Yeah.
the
Oh, I see what
remake,
you're
so.
saying. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so you
The
can play
remake
the
is-
So
old
it's just
version of
a-
it in the
A
collection.
port.
but
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's like an HD version
Interesting.
of it. I think.
Interesting
Pretty
to
sure.
It's a
bother
good
including
song.
that when it's like you could just direct people to Delta. Just be like, don't.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
go
Well,
with
and I think this
Yeah.
is probably the way that they're going. Like they'll probably remake 2 next or something like that, and call that Charlie, Metal Gear Solid Charlie or something. Like that.
Right. Yeah. Probably
Yeah.
some
I
other.
do know
I don't
that
Alpha.
the individual
I don't
ones
Yeah.
are for sale separately. So like,
Yeah.
in my
Mm.
opinion, Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, the original NES games, I don't find them to be very fun to revisit. Like they're not.
Yeah,
super
they're cool
great
if,
games,
if you
in my
want to like
opinion.
just be like, where did this like as a like
Where
a,
did it all
a
start?
library?
Where did it start?
Yeah, where did it
Yeah.
all start?
Yeah.
Let me just check in
Yeah.
and but those I played through those games.
Yeah, you can get
whenever
them
they,
on,
they launched with Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence.
They're
like, way
separate.
back
You
in
can
the
buy them
day.
for $20 if you want.
You can.
Yeah.
You can also
get them
get
super
the first
cheap on
Metal
GOG
Gear
or whatever it is. Yeah.
Oh,
They're just
way
hard.
cheaper. You're right.
They're very hard. I mean,
Yeah.
they're hard like old NES
but then, of
games
course,
are hard. You know?
1 and 2 are totally, I think, worth revisiting. For folks who are interested in this franchise, you can buy those separately and then get Delta for like a really modern take
Yeah.
on that game. So
If you want to be a purist, the original 3 is still great. It still works very well. It still looks pretty good.
Yeah.
2 and 3 look better than they should. They were very ahead of their time in terms of their looks. You know.
Yeah.
I think people are
Just
going
don't
to be
play it on
really
the
shocked
3DS.
when you sit down and play Metal Gear Solid 4 next week. I think people are going to be really shocked. Of like, would this game look
Yeah.
this good back then? It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
it looked pretty
It
good,
looked-
man.
yeah, it was
And with that
insane.
extra
It was
shine and that
insane.
extra cut, that extra quality of life updates, stuff like that. I think it's going to be humming. So
yeah, I'm
So
excited for
it's
that.
it's not Delta, but Snake Eater, Port, Sons of Liberty, Peacemaker. Is that right? Not Peacemaker.
So
That's a
the
fucking
first
Peace
collection?
Walker show.
Is a separate game.
the first collection.
The second one.
You're talking about the second one is just Metal Gear Solid 4 and just Peacemaker.
Okay.
or Peace
It's
Walker.
Peace. It's really called
Peace Walker.
Peacemaker?
I'm sorry, Peace Walker. No,
Okay.
no, you put that
I was
in my
gonna
head.
say, I know
That's
I messed that up.
no, Peace Walker. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
okay.
just 2 games. So it is. You're
just
getting
2
less
games.
games in this one.
I
It's
was.
not as
That's
hot.
good though because
not as hot as an
5,
item as
both parts of 5 still look amazing.
You can still
So
5
just-
is very. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
get
Right,
5 anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, you can still pick
yeah.
that up anywhere. So now all the games are available on like modern day consoles, which is important. So
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, what is the bonus content? It says it's gonna have.
Ghost Babel as well. You'll get the game Ghost Babel,
What's
which
Ghost
is very,
Babel?
which is it's a, I believe it's a Game Boy Advance or a Game Boy game.
Oh, Game Boy
I
Color.
forget which Game Boy Color. Thank you. I knew
Wow.
there was a
Yeah.
specific moniker. It's
Color.
a very good
Wow.
video game, but it is like the old ones where, like me saying it's very good is my memory of playing it when I was a kid. Like I'm sure if you go back and play it
Sure.
today, it's probably a slog, you know. But it is a fun entry.
Huh.
You know?
And then you get the soundtrack too.
Yeah.
The digital.
Greatest soundtrack in video games. This you know,
Dude,
top of the
Metal
mountain.
Gear Solid theme, like
Yeah.
just the main
Peak.
theme. My God,
Sure.
It's really good.
it's just.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for being here. Thanks for chatting it up, for agreeing and disagreeing on some things. We'll do a different topic next time, but I figured that was appropriate given the big old collection that's arriving this week. And I think I'm just excited to finally play MGS4. Like I
What a
had kind of
treat
written it
to get
off
to
as a
talk
game
Metal
I'll
Gear Solid.
probably I just kind of wrote it off as like I'll probably just never play that game. That's too bad. Like I just assumed I would never play it because
I assumed I would never get
so
to play it
long.
again. Yeah, I thought that it was over, you know. So
I haven't played it since I bought it with my. That was the first game I had with my PS3. I bought my used PS.
What else do you
60
need?
game PS3 and Metal Gear. Yeah,
What else
I
do you
mean,
need?
it's, yeah.
It's just like some folks holding on to that
beautiful.
PS4 with PT on it. Remember that? That was a thing for a while.
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Sure.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kojima, I
Yeah,
guess, is just known
yeah.
for having games entombed on consoles. That's his whole legacy. So
That's
Yeah.
this whole thing. Or
Yeah, like
some people
like
with
he's
phones
still
back
doing
in the
OD,
day.
and I'm like, bro, like Xbox is
Yeah.
the
yeah,
shit. What are
Xbox
you
is
doing?
dying. Yeah.
Don't do it. Same thing with some people with phones where they would keep Flappy Bird, and because that.
Oh, I
went
remember
off
this,
the
yeah.
store. Remember?
Yeah, selling it on
People would
eBay for
sell
like
those
$1,000
phones.
bucks.
Yeah. God, we're
Crazy.
dumb.
Anyway,
We're
all right.
dumb
Thank you guys for
species.
checking in. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. Enjoy gaming this week. It's about to all start rolling out, so enjoy. We'll see you. Bye.